very warm welcome to Manchester. It is the WNBL Cup Final 2024 live from the National Basketball Performance Centre. We've got a cracking game for you today. It's going to be the Endeavour Ipswich Basketball taking on Thames Valley Cavaliers. Welcome in, my name is Darren Paul, and alongside me is Manchester Mystics power forward, small power forward you say?
Yeah.
Hannah Ulty. Hannah, welcome. What a game we've got in store today.
I mean, I'm so excited for this game. It's going to be a fantastic matchup, especially after last weekend. These two teams saw each other in the National League Division 1, and it was a very close buzzer beater finish by Thames Valley, and I think today's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, a really interesting matchup today, and like you say, having played each other just, what, 7-8 days ago last weekend, and it going right to the wire. Hayley Miller with that last half-second buzzer beater. How does that build you going into a game like this?
I mean, I think for both teams it's going to be difficult because they'll have played each other and they've shown each other the hand, and now it's about what prep they could do during the week to see, you know, pull some secret weapons out, personally. So yeah, it's just about that, building on that prep from last week, learning from last week for Ipswich as well, learning them, you know, what they can do from that game, and then bringing it forward to today. Yeah,
we're going to go to the coaches' interviews in just a moment, but thinking about as a player, as an individual player out there, showing your hand in the opposing week's game, is that something that even factors into your head? Is it, this is a massive league game, we've got to win this, oh, and we're playing in the Cup next week? I
think as a player, it's about kind of just knowing what you do well and making sure that, you know, you do it in the everyday National League games, but then on a stage like this, in a cup final, you have to make sure that you're just outperforming and that you're not just working individually, but you're working collectively as a unit as well in your team.
Well, we're going to hear from the people that are putting those collective units together. We caught up with the two head coaches before the game, starting off with Ipswich's Nick Drain. With Nick Drain, head coach of Endeavour Ipswich Basketball Club. Congratulations on making it to the final, Nick.
Thanks, Darren.
Really simple question. How's your prep gone this week?
It's gone as well as it can be. You know, we're healthy, we're rested, you know, we had a tough game against these guys last week, which probably, in terms of prep, wasn't the worst thing. The result was, but in terms of getting ready for this week, it's been a good week.
Yeah, let's talk about last week. How does it factor coming into today's game, having played the team in such a massive league game just 7 or so days ago? Well,
you have to play everybody twice at some stage, Darren, and a lot of people feel that that's not the ideal time. What it means is that I didn't have to prepare for somebody else last week and then another week this week. So we sort of double prepped it. And in terms of the result last week, you know, obviously that changes kind of the build-up to this game, but I'm not sure it changes the actual game itself.
And final one for the fans watching at home, what are some things they can expect to see from Endeavour Ipswich Basketball?
Play fast, have fun, big crowd, big personalities, you know, representing our families and our friends as well as we can.
All right, best of luck in today's game.
Thanks, Darren.
Thank you. We're with assistant coach for TVC, Kiwan Henry. Kiwan, welcome. Well done getting to the final.
Thank you.
How has your prep gone this week?
We had 2 training sessions this week. Fortunately for us, we had a chance to play Ipswich last weekend. So we had a little idea of what we expecting today. Yeah, so hopefully we're good.
Obviously, you guys got the win last week, that last-second buzzer beater from Hayley Miller. How does it help your preparation when you've played them so soon? But also, did you have to show your hand a little bit more to get the win?
No, not really. The game last week was quite close because of our mistakes, not because of they putting pressure on us. So it's just a little tweak we had to do at training this week to hopefully make it better and easier for us today.
And finally, just for the fans watching at home, what are the keys to the game for you guys? What can we expect from TVC basketball today?
Defense. All right. If we play good defense today, then we got a game. All right. So hoping that we come out strong on defense and make it a fun game for everybody.
All right. Best of luck today, Coach. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
For a start, top of the league, Absolutely dominant, really. 11-2 record. They are leading in basically all of the statistical categories, and of course they've played against you just the once this season so far.
Once, yeah.
How was that experience?
I'd rather not talk about it, really. It was a 60-point loss that I really do not want to relive. No, I mean, they're just a fantastic team. You know, the youth on this team and the talent is just, it's in another world, really. And I think it's a testament to Nick Drain as well, how he can really hone in on each player's individual skill and how he can effectively use that in the team. You know, they've got this smothering zone press that they like to use, and it's, you know, you've got Christabel Orsabo, she's there, her, you know, athleticism in the middle, she gets those easy tips right underneath her own basket and can pop those points right in. And again, you've got the likes of Liv Forster, who can, you know, she's a fantastic leader on that team, captain, and she can, you know, her shooting, we all know her, Liv's famous shooting technique, she can hit threes from downtown. And I just think it's one of them where, for them, they have this athleticism and this youth and this absolute determination that really kind of makes them step up. And then obviously Harriet Wellham, you know, she dominates the whole league at Division 1. I think it's averaging 25 points per game. And I think her basketball IQ is really, really important as well. And, you know, that's why she's a great coach as well for the under 18s.
Points per game, steals as well. It's just dominant. Like, what else did we expect when she come back from France? We just knew that she was going to be dominant. Let's talk about their path to the final very quickly. Round 2, they entered the competition, a big win over UEA. Then it was to their old foes, Anglia Ruskin. A little bit of a tighter affair, 63-74, semi-final. Cola away, 8-point victory, 70-78. And then one of the toughest assignments in British basketball, 81-77 win over the Sheffield Hatters from D2. But I mean that's a team of pros, isn't it?
They are. I mean, that Hatters team have, you know, they've haunted me for many years. You know, I've watched many of them since I was young. The likes of Steph Gandy, Helen Naylor, and Sarah Cooney. I was watching them when I was, you know, under 16s, under 18s, and then to come up against them in the Division 2, but they are not Division 2 players. They are ex-WBBL players, ex-WBBL MVPs, and for Ipswich, the young team that they are, to overcome that wealth of experience was just fantastic, and I was very, very impressed by that.
Now, one thing that has been impressive about Ipswich, and we've alluded to it so far, looking at their league stats, their league performance, where obviously the reason for that, that's where the most evidence is. They lead in points, they lead in fast break points, they lead in points from turnovers, points in the paint, second chance points. They're also 60, no, I've lost that number, ignore that, but they're also excellent outside shooters. They're the best outside shooters in the league. So it's really pick your poison. Do you want to give up points inside or outside? Because, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, it's a tough cover to stop both.
It really is. I mean, you look at Louisa Gibbons, you know, she's their inside player, but then she's quite easy to shoot. She'll shoot from the 3, and she's comfortable doing that. You know, so it is really hard. And I think today, you know, Thames Valley are going to have to really work out how they can contain. If you've got a big, such as, you know, Ellen Traylin marking Louisa Gibbons, but then she's on the 3 and she's quite comfortable shooting it, that's going to be an issue.
And another thing about this Ipswich team is they're aggressive, they're direct, they get inside. Harriet Wellham will draw a foul, something ridiculous. They're averaging 20 free throw attempts a game, 67.4% goes down, which is the number I was looking at earlier. Again, how do you, it's about discipline, is it, for TVC?
It is. And today I think as well it's about TVC containing Harriet, and they need to really work out how they're going to do that and how they're going to do it effectively. To, like I said, she's got this basketball IQ, she reads the game so well, and I think she's going to be trouble today.
So taking a look at TVC as the players are leaving the floor for their player introduction, so we'll take those in just a moment. But TVC, joint second in the league, 8-4 record, 4-1 in their last 5 games. They're a little bit slow starters, aren't they? And that, I think that's a little bit deceptive of what they are as a basketball team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it wasn't a slow start when they played us, that's for sure. But, you know, they are a dominant team. They're it's the height advantage with Ellen and Richards. So that, you know, playing aggressive inside, getting those rebounds and things is something that really helps them overcome their opposition.
Of course, they're the holders as we're plunged into darkness. They are the league second league and holders of this competition. How big is that for them to try and defend what is theirs?
Yeah, I mean, I think for them it's just kind of like that veteranship, that leadership. You've got returning players from last year's cup final that are here today, so I think they'll be, desperate to kind of hold on to that crown and make sure that they win this trophy again today.
Do they come in today with nothing to lose, in a sense?
I mean, I think what's interesting about the cup competition is that in some respects it also may set the precedent for the rest of the Division 1 season for today. So after, especially last weekend, they got that win against Ipswich, which for them now is going to be a major kind of prediction for the rest of the season. So realistically, I think both teams are even in this. I don't think neither one's got anything to lose. I think they're just here to win today.
One thing I really enjoy about the way TVC go about their business is you rarely see a player with monster numbers.
Yeah.
Because they compete as a team. So many of their players averaging double-digit scoring, and when it comes to winning big matches, they all seem to perform on those big stages. Last time out, for example, Kat Goldsby, 14 points, Robin Ames, 15 points, 15 points from Chinwe Awunzi. By the way, one of my favourite players to watch in the league. She is so fast, so punchy, just a lot of fun. I think you're going to really enjoy it today.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Like you say, it's a unit. There's no, full-on outstanders, but they just work well together, and they all work with each other's strengths. I mean, Kat Goldsby as a guard, she's just fantastic. She's powerful, she's aggressive. And then you've got Robin, who can just, again, light up from the three-point line. Fantastic. I had the privilege of playing with her at Stockport Lapwings in Division 2 the year before COVID, and she was a fantastic teammate. And again, like you say, it's a well-rounded team today, and I think that's what's going to kind of get them today working well together.
One thing for TVC, I think they've got to really try and protect the ball, not turn it over. They are quite good at not turning the ball over, but Ipswich on fast breaks and points off turnovers, they are run away and they will hurt you bad.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have the likes of Yasmin Edwards on Ipswich. I call her the sneaky leak, because as soon as that opposition's ball's gone up, she's down the other end and she's waiting for the guard, Liv Forster or somebody to throw her that pass, and she's open for those wide open layups, and they're easy points and they add up. So I think that's something that TVC are going to have to be really cautious of. Any turnovers is going to equal points for Ipswich.
Now, in terms of what Ipswich need to watch for, because I think a lot of it has been framed around, well, they're the favourites, they're coming in. Nick Drain won't have you believe that.
No.
I think he was quoted this week saying it'll be a miracle win. What do Ipswich need to watch out for with TVC? What should maybe a defensive key for them be, do you think? I
think it's going to be inside. It's going to be being able to match up inside against those bigs on TVC. And it's about also, the bigs that are the defensive team having to box out, making sure that they're being disciplined with their boxing out, but then the rest of the squad are going to have to be there, ready to get those rebounds. It's very hard, I know. As a not so big guy, you're boxing out your player, and then you can't actually go for the rebound because you're trying to pin and keep being aggressive. So you have to rely on your other teammates then to come in and get those rebounds.
So I think that's going to be something that we're on. It's going to be box out watch. Yes. In the first half in particular. I love a box out.
Yeah.
I get overly excited about box outs and rebounds. I get mocked for it. So please, people, don't mock me for that, because Hannah Oltie's telling you the importance of just those two things. So as we are 9 minutes away from the tip-off, what other key areas is there? Again, we've spoken about transition. The best transition offence in the league by far, 1.7 versus 1.1 for Ipswich. I mean, again, I feel like we're repeating ourselves, but you've got to control the ball when you have it.
Definitely, definitely. I think also I'm quite excited to see the three-point game today. You've got Robin from TVC and the way she's going to throw the ball up, and then Liv on Ipswich, and I just think that's going to be really interesting today. I think the numbers on three-point attempts and then the percentage of those going in, I think it's going to be really interesting.
I just hope that both teams play to potential, and I expect to see both teams play to potential because they both know what it's like to be here. TVC were here last year. Ipswich, throughout their whole youth programme and seniors, they're used to these big occasions, these big affairs. So I don't think the bright lights, the big city of Manchester, is going to have any impact on today's game. What do you think?
I mean, it depends, especially in a national cup. It all can change on the day. It is about getting focused you know, and really considering the atmosphere and the events that are going on, and you know, anything can change. But it's really about working together as a unit and making sure that it's not an individual win, it's a team win.
So I think we may have covered most of the main event players. I just want to highlight Louisa Gibbons for Ipswich, just one of the best, I don't know, pure rebounders, can we say that?
Yeah.
In the league today, has just been developing year on year. Absolutely tremendous player. Watch out for her. She's going to be in the white-grey uniforms. And I want to tell the world the news about Liv Forster. Yeah,
she's just got her Division 1 contract. I think she's verbally committed to the University of South Carolina Upstate. And I just think that's fantastic, really. And it's, again, a testament to the Ipswich programme and the development of young players in their programme. It's fantastic.
They are a fantastic developer of youth talent there in Ipswich and Copleston, sending multiple players, you know, Europe, America, and of course Harriet Wellham. She's somebody that's come through the system. She's been away to France for 2 seasons or so, had a fabulous career in Europe, and has come back and has picked up exactly where she left off. We spoke about her a little bit at the start. Just talk about her leadership and what she brings to this team.
I mean, for her, she's also the under-18s coach at Ipswich as well. So somebody that's really involved in the club and is also really involved in the development of the youth. So for her being on that team, you know, as one of the older players, she's there to kind of guide the players and, you know, focus on that development, and she can obviously, as a team as well, hold her teammates to accountable, you know, and make sure that they're all kind of pulling their weight and doing what they need to be doing. And I think that really is effective. As you know, sometimes, you know, as a coach, and I know she'll know and I know, it's quite hard sometimes to get things through. But when it comes from a teammate, it can really relate in a different way.
Yeah, of course, you're coming from experience there, being one of the coaches with the Mystics under 18s team. So think about the coaches, the coaching battle we've got here today. We've got Nick Drain and his team, and we've got Rob Banks and his team. I mean, I just think that's electricity on the sidelines.
Oh, 100%. I know they're both big characters again, and it's fun. It's always entertaining to watch them both coaching a game, and they've got very different coaching styles, which I think is going to really kind of be on show today, and it's going to be really exciting to see that.
Yeah, when you're coaching a game or when you're playing in a large event like this, how does the coach impact on you as a player? Let's focus on a player at the moment. What differences can these coaches make today?
I mean, mainly it's calming nerves. That's the best way to do it in this kind of event, in this atmosphere. It's calming nerves. I mean, you know, you can't hear a thing on this court when the game gets going. You can't hear a thing. I was in a final a couple of years ago here, a national final, and I didn't realise we were playing a zone within like 5 minutes into the first quarter. And it's because you just can't hear. So it's about really making sure that kind of things are, you know, logistically everything is going to plan and everything is kind of being relayed and communicated across the team, and just, you know, making sure that the team's working together effectively.
Yeah, it is absolutely essential that we are wearing headsets right now, because otherwise it'd be an absolute nightmare trying to communicate, because it is loud, and it's going to get even louder as we go through the 40 minutes of what is going to be a fantastic game of basketball. Well, Hannah, that's going to do us for right now. We're going to throw over to our fabulous commentary trio of Caroline Bullock, Ollie Mile, and of course, Niall Gray.
Thank you very much, Darren. You can go and take a nice little rest now. He's worked his socks off, Eamon Hannah. So it's time to hand out the first WNBL silverware this season. But when this game is done, whose name will be on the cup? Will it be the holders, Thames Valley, looking for back-to-back wins against the challengers from Ipswich? 40 minutes to decide a winner. It's game on in Manchester. Welcome everyone, I'm Niall Gray, and as Darren said, I'm delighted to be joined by Ollie Mile on my right here and Caroline Bullock. Guys, what a game we have to look forward to this afternoon.
Great game. I mean, this is two teams where they've come into this, they played last week, and it's a very tough matchup. Thames Valley coming out, winning it on the buzzer last week, 87-88 in the favour of the visitors. Kaz, it's going to be very interesting to see how both teams come into this.
It really is, and the build-up from the game last weekend, I think, has just really helped about the buzz around this one. Two teams that play very different styles of basketball, but I think from a fan perspective, that makes them match up very well.
Okay, in a moment we'll start getting the lineups up so we can see who is playing this afternoon. Just waiting for them to go. Obviously Thames Valley, they're the holders. How much pressure is on them to retain this trophy, guys?
A lot of pressure. I mean, they come into this, they know this venue well. They've come in, they played last year, they beat the Reading Rockets. They came in underdogs in that situation. Arguably, they're underdogs in this situation as well. We saw in the preview this week, everybody interviewed was saying Ipswich are the favourites coming into this. It's going to be a very difficult one.
Yeah, and we know how difficult it is at any level to go back-to-back in any kind of competition. And Thames Valley, they're a gritty team. They came out last year looking like they'd been to finals before when it was the first time in their history. So they're going to just want to keep that composure up, keep playing like they do, and come into it as they did last year.
We saw us in the video there of Kat Goldsby. How important is she today for Thames Valley?
Kat is absolutely crucial to the team. She is the heart and soul of the team, a real experienced player, a real leader, and she hustles so hard. She sets the tone for the team. She was huge in last year's game, 16 points, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. So she's going to be crucial for them.
And apart from obviously Kat, we're still looking at Thames Valley here. Who else stands out for you, Ollie?
Big one for me, Hayley Miller right in the middle, number 35. She hit that buzzer beater last week, right on the buzzer, 0.5 left on the clock. She's been essential down low for this Thames Valley team.
And of course, she's come from Seven Oaks Suns, the WNBL team, plenty experience, plenty of silverware as well. What does she bring?
She just brings that tenacity on defense. You know, she comes in low, she makes her presence known, she'll hit you, she'll bump you. On the other end, offensively, she'll get down low, and again, she'll hit and bump you, make sure that she can make her presence known. She'll go up, she'll get the offensive rebounds, she'll make it a very difficult game for you.
Obviously, Ipswich has gone to the bench, pre-game, almost ready to go. Caroline, you've got the starting 5 for us this afternoon?
Yes, the starting for Ipswich, it will be Yasmin Edwards, Olivia Forster, Christabel Osorobo, Harriet Wellham and Louisa Gibbons. And for the Thames Valley Cavaliers, Kat Goldsby, Robin Ainge, Chinua Awunde, Ellen Trellan and Katie Richards.
Right, we are just moments away, you see Ipswich on their bench. It's been a few years, Ollie, since Ipswich won anything. What would it mean, if you obviously got to experience the club, what would it mean to them to win this title today?
This will be a massive thing for the club now. I mean, last silverware they got, 2021 WNBL playoff finals. Last time they won a National Cup final like this was back in 2018. That team was still in Division 2, so that was a big game for them. Only 4 people remain in Ipswich from that team now. That's head coach Nick Drain, assistant coach Josh Carson, and returning players this year, Danny Casey, and 3-time MVP of the league, Harriet Wellham.
Yeah, she's going to be one to look out for this afternoon. We'll get on to her in a moment. And Caroline, if Thames Valley can win back-to-back National Cups, what will it mean for a club like them?
Oh, it'll be huge for them. It'll just, you know, they're such a team with a strong programme, developing players and coming through. It'll mean so much to them to go back-to-back, prove that, you know, they are one of the pinnacles of British basketball in the Women's League in Division 1. Yeah,
well, both teams about to come out. We are about to get underway. The National Cup final. It's Endeavour Ipswich Basketball going up against the holders, Thames Valley Cavaliers. Referees this afternoon wearing tops that will be seen at night. I don't know if they're cycling home, but they will make it back. There you can see on your screen.
You don't want to miss them.
No. You want to know where the refs are at all times in basketball. So, teams taking to the floor, and we're about to have tip-off. Excited?
Very excited.
Very.
So, we see the lineups that come up for each team. And there's Ipswich. And see Foster, Hannah Gray, a little bit more, Case Leach. See Olivia Parker wearing number 21 today for the home side. And then very quickly, Cavaliers, you see players like Gaff Watson, Kat Goldsby, number 0, the key player on that team, because they're very capable. So we're underway in Manchester. Ipswich with the ball first, turned over. Goldsby has it, brings it into the front court. Pass inside, shots and go, fouls called. It's going to be an Osorobo. 11 seconds into the ball game.
And Kat Goldsby there, setting the tone early, jumped in, grabbed the steal. She's already had 2 games this season with 7 steals. She's a real tough defender.
Does not go. One out of two, so Cavaliers on the board first here in Manchester. See the pressure comes, it's in the front court. Nice little move, little drive off the glass and in. Yasmin Edwards with the bucket.
And Edwards, definitely a player you want to look out for on this Ipswich squad. If you've not seen her play before, she's incredibly fast, incredibly quick to get to the hoop.
It doesn't go, good offensive board, another opportunity, but it's turned over. It's battle for won by Thames Valley, little scrappy play, but here comes Goldsby. The pass, shot from the wing, goes up. It's good! First three of the day. It's Robin Ainge with the bucket. Cross-court pass. Down to top. Plenty of time, Ipswich to make their move. Sorobo, there we go, turns it over. Here comes Thames Valley the other way. Well, I thought Goldsby was going to shoot there for a second. And she does this time. Back iron. Another opportunity, good work. And get it to go. Ipswich on the run. Into the lane. Try-quick shot out, stolen away. And foul at mid-court. Off Sorobo. But Ipswich looking to run the ball, and that's two on Christabel.
Yeah, that's unlucky for Christabel there. I mean, she's been caught on some unfortunate fouls early on. She's gone in, made sure that she's made her presence known, especially down low with trailing. And unfortunately there, she's just put her hand in a bit too late, and they've called it for him.
And we're going to have an early timeout. So 2 fouls. Would you keep her in the game, or would you get her out now?
It's a very difficult moment at the minute, Niall. I mean, this is the time where it looks like the referee's having a bit of discussion about what's going on the shot clock as well. It's very difficult. Christabel is a very essential member of this Ipswich team. She's long, she sits down low defensively very well. If I was Coach Drain, I'd be thinking, right, let's trust her a little bit here, but also remember that if she fouled early on again, we're going to have to take her out for a prolonged period of this game.
Now, you probably know the Ipswich roster better than us. Who would you put in if you had to take her out? Just give me a little guess.
It's a very difficult one to pick, Niall. I mean, it depends how Coach Drain has approached this game and how he's going to change things up from last week. If I was him, I'd be looking at my other sort of big players in the likes of the young Cara Basil. You've also got the likes of Deanna Carrington. She can play down low a little bit. But Christabel Osorobo would be a big miss for this Ipswich team.
Okay, because I think you told me the other day they run with quite a short rotation, is that right?
They do, yeah. Ipswich are not a very big team on their rotations. Normally they're playing 7-8 players in sort of big games like this. But again, this is a game of two halves. We're not going to know what's going to happen. We could have one way in the first half, we could have it one way in the second half. We just don't know.
Well, we've got a substitution. Osorobo's going to stay on the bench. Danny Casey into the game. So sideline ball. Goldsby's going to get us back underway. With the ball now. Down the top. Goldsby spots up. She missed last time from there, but this time it's good. Thames Valley lead by 5.
Now, Thames Valley aren't known as a three-point shooting team.
Turnover. Ainge has got it all the way to the hoop. Scores. Sorry, Karen, you can make your point now.
No, they aren't known as a three-point shooting team, and if they're going to start getting them to drop, that's going to be a problem for Ipswich.
The whistle's called.
No, one important thing.
You spotted, Ollie.
One thing I want to pick up on is this Ipswich defence. They're sitting in their famous zone. All right, they've sitting in this all year and for the past couple of years as well. It's very interesting to see how they might change it up a little bit, considering how TBC are up 9-2.
Oh, nice little drive all the way, doesn't go. Lindsay on the ball. Puts it up, Goldsby's got it back. Ainge has it, puts it up for 3. In and out. Edwards trying to get the ball into the front court. It's in there now. Drive baseline. Tough shot off the glass, too strong. That was caught. I thought we'd get a jump ball for a second. Good work by Louisa Gibbons to get that opportunity. Trey Land with the foul. Baseline ball. This has it. Shuffle around the outside, the drive down the baseline, shot goes up and in. Lovely, lovely play from Liv Forster.
Yeah, great job by Liv Forster there now. She's made sure that she's drawn their defence to overhelp, and she's just gone down low and got 2 points inside.
It's very unselfish play with the passing around the outside.
Very unselfish. It's great basketball.
Tough shot goes up, doesn't go. Gibbons with that rebound. Here comes Ipswich the other way. No place to go, deflected. Gibbons has it, off the glass, too strong. Long pass down the floor from Ainge. Little collision, nothing called. Ipswich ball. With the pass, wants it back, gets it, puts it up. It's good, nothing in net for Liv Forster. Ipswich trimming the deficit. Windsay drives off the glass, just goes off the rim. Another opportunity there for Thames Valley, and the foul is called as they send the Cavaliers to the line.
And that's something Thames Valley do very well. They are offensive rebounding, leading the league in offensive rebounds per game with 19.1. Ipswich in third place, and it's those second chance points that prove so crucial for Thames Valley.
Of course, it doesn't help when you've got Osterobo on the bench. He's obviously been a very good rebounder.
Yeah, and defensive player of the year in the South last year for the WNBL was Osterobo, so a real kind of loss inside there for Ipswich.
And I've got, she had 21 rebounds against Thames Valley last week.
I mean, that's a lot of rebounds.
She had 21 in 2 straight games. That's brilliant.
That's fantastic.
In my opinion. That's shot from the corner. It's good. It's right around, but it goes down.
That's what Danny Casey does now. She sits in the corner, bides her time, and hits down those open shots.
Casey with a 3-pointer. We'll bring you a stat about 3-pointers when we get a moment. Caroline Bullock is prepped and ready to go on that one. Second chance opportunity doesn't go. Another opportunity for Thames Valley. They're winning this rebounding battle. Second and third opportunities. Windsay goes. Oh, nice dribble down the floor. Look at this. Pass to the wing. In and out. Thames Valley win the battle. Oh, great work, Gobsby. Might have been a travel there, but kept the ball in bounds. Straight down the floor. They can't make Ipswich play. It's end to end. And then there's a looks like a reaching foul there. That's her second foul.
And that's big for Thames Valley as well. Trailing so crucial to the team.
So 2 of the key rebounders out of the game.
And almost, does that negate each other, almost?
All right. Jersey's not tucked in. I've not seen that for a while. Double team comes, passing side, Edwards foul. Great work there from Yasmin.
Yeah, great work from Yasmin there. She's recognised that Louisa Gibbons is caught in a little double team action, so if she goes downhill, she's going to draw that second defender, and like we saw, got that foul shots.
So Edwards to the line for 2. Hayley Miller with the foul. Back iron on the first. Makes a second. Quite unusual free throw style there. It's shooting from very low.
Yeah, quite a low free throw shot there. It's one of those things now that as soon as you get used to your shot, you start to grow across the age groups. Everyone develops their own little sort of styles, and it seems to be working for Yasmin.
So why got a timeout? There's been a few three-pointers, Caroline, and you picked up and researched a really good stat about three-point shooting.
I did, and this blew my mind when I read it. So we know that Ipswich are a three-point shooting team. Liv Forster has made 29 this season, Harriet Willem 27. That's 56 between the two of them. Thames Valley as a team have made 52 all season. Ipswich made 124 on the season, so they're a volume three-point shooting team and they can make them. So as I said before, two very different styles, and if that three-point shot is falling for Ipswich, it's going to be very difficult for Thames Valley.
And on the season, the volume shooting, we've got Wellham at 27.3% and Forster at 26.4%. This stat gets weirder and crazier the more you look into it.
It does, doesn't it? And for the Thames Valley Cavaliers, it's Robin Ames that's made 22 on the season for them as their leading three-point shooter. But we've seen them hit a couple already today, so if Thames Valley are able to counter that, if both teams can get it going, then who knows what's going to happen.
Ipswich with the lead now. Thames Valley ball on their baseline. Into Goldsby. Pressure from Ipswich was into the front court. Screen comes, it's waved off. Oh, good steal. Ipswich quick the other way. Forced all the way to the hoop, too strong. Oh, wonderful work from Edwards, given an opportunity. Long shot goes up, back iron. Another offensive board. But Ipswich can't make Thames Valley pay. And the Cavaliers on the break quickly. Goldsby with the ball. Just off for Ainge, foul call under the basket.
Now, something that just jumps out to me here, Niall. Thames Valley already with 7 offensive rebounds. Katie Richards with 3 of them. And we saw Ipswich there just get a couple on that possession, weren't able to put it back in. But it's that offensive rebounding that works so well for Thames Valley.
Go Partridge in. Gibbons takes a seat. It's deflected out. Casey with a hand. It remains with Thames Valley. Got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass inside. Miller goes up off the glass. Too strong for opponent, able to score.
Yeah, we talked about that in the pre-game now. Hayley Miller, Katie Richards, and those Thames Valley bigs are very strong inside. So that's how they're going to look to get in.
Good turnover. Here comes Goldsby. All the way to the hoop. Layup's good. Probably one of the easiest buckets just scored today. 14-11 in favour of Thames Valley. 4-0 run since the timeout. Little fake. Improves position. Free goes up. It's good! Nothing but net. And a little salute after the three-pointer. Well, I think that's our first point. Is that right?
Yeah, first points of the game.
Ah, look at that. Thames Valley spawned straight away. And they go up by 3. Haven't got time to blink in this game. Pass intercepted. Good work from Thames Valley. Here comes Goldsby again. In the pass Forster. The handoff. The reverse off the glass is good. Alina Alonso.
And that was a great decision there from Kat Goldsby. Pass on to the running player behind her. Really great decision.
I love reverse. He goes off the glass and then you go under the basket, put it up. It's a wonderful play. Sort of play you could watch over and over again.
And just before that possession as well, that's Kat Goldsby's 3rd steal of the game, and we're still just in the first quarter. That's the kind of defensive pressure she puts on.
So first free throw is good for Forster, shooting 72% on the season. And the top 2 players on the team when it comes to free throws. She makes them both. Really high scoring first quarter between these teams. Cross court pass, Goldsby's open for 3, got it! Six-point advantage. Oh, almost lost the dribble. The pass off. Partridge shot does not go. Here comes Goldsby again, gives it up. Oh, good hands deflecting that. Ipswich will foul at mid-court on Goldsby. He's tried to find Wellham, who wants unsportsmanlike. Ollie, you seen this one? As the coach, just get your opinion.
It's a difficult one, Noel.
Impartial.
It's very difficult. I mean, as an unsportsmanlike, you've got to be the last person down the floor. And
Well,
it's
not to make a play at all for the ball.
Not to play at all. That's very careful. Looks like they're just calling it a comment, so it looks like Kat Goldsby's got away with one there. But like I was saying, though, you've got to be either the last person down the floor or you're making no attempt to the ball. And it looked like we had another TVC player just getting ahead of Kat Goldsby there, saving her a little bit.
Thoughts of Ollie Mile, our diplomat today. We've got free throws coming for Ipswich. Of course, Thames Valley were in the penalty a little while ago. First is good. Makes them both. Back to 4 points. Thames Valley lead 22 to 18. 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Turnover. Forster backs it out. Finds Wellham, gets it back. And she turns the ball over. Oh, nice move. Off the glass, too short though. Sampson with the play. Edwards on the other end. Gets a friendly roll.
Yasmin Edwards nearly touched the rim on that play. She gets up there.
Yeah. Eight-second call. Ipswich defense forcing Thames Valley into the turnover.
Niall, that's great work from Danny Casey there. She recognised that over on the weak side of the floor, that's the floor where the ball isn't. There was an open man, so she took that as soon as the ball went, made sure she stayed in the front half of court.
So, well into inbounds to Forster. Oh, and Thames Valley return the favour. Great work. Hayley Cooper-McLean with the defence. And Forster just took that step into the backcourt.
Yeah, great job by Hayley there. I mean, it's very unfortunate for Liv Forster coming in. She tried to get open, couldn't do it. Got a little bit too close to the halfway line. And unfortunately, like we saw, she stepped over.
So, Ainge puts it up. We got to someone in Plymouth calls it a wedgie. The ball is stuck.
Now that three-point attempt there for Thames Valley, that's their 8th of the quarter. They're averaging 19 this season, and we're in the first quarter. So if they've decided to come out and not just play inside, go for the outside shot, it's going to be very interesting.
Of course, with the amount of turnovers and steals they've had already, there's so much opportunity though still to take it to the bucket, because both teams playing at a very fast pace, aren't they, Ollie?
Yeah, both teams very fast pace. I mean, these are two teams that have very contrasting styles. I think Caroline said it earlier in the pre-game. Ipswich, they like to get out and run. They like to get up on their opponents. Thames Valley, they like to sit back, try and play a little bit of a set.
Gives it up. Down to Ainge. Oh, good hand. Deflection on that. Foul's called. I thought that was clean. I'd love to see a replay of that. So, Ollie, take us through this. We'll see some slow motion. So, Ainge puts the ball up. There's a little contact there.
Yeah, I think
little contact.
I think that's what the referee's seen. I mean, yes, Harriet Wellham did get the ball, but her hands come through and she still hit it on the hand. And unfortunately, that is still a foul for Harriet.
So, Ainge to the line. One more to come. Robin Ainge speaking pre-game, she expected a very physical, and fast-paced, exciting game. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, yeah. That's what you want as a fan to watch. We know Ipswich are a very, very fast team. Yasmin Edwards, Liv Forsey, they like to get out on the break and run. And the intensity that you're going to see, that battle inside, when we see Trellen check back in, along with Osorobo, she's exactly right. And I think that's what we're getting here at the moment.
Is a game. Oh, nice pass. Not finished over the hoop. It's Partridge with the miss. Ainge kicks into the corner. Drive off the glass and in. That is good. It's Mer Sampson. It's quick the other way, and that pass is just too strong for Edwards. So it's going to be the Thames Valley ball. We've got 33.6 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Going to have substitution.
Substitution for TBC.
Runze in. Letting Alonso out. Ipswich, sorry, Thames Valley lead, I should say, is now 7. Oh. People playing from the wing, put everything into that free, doesn't go. Ipswich have it and then just lost the ball out of bounds. It's a turnover for Carrington. So another opportunity. Just waiting for the shot clock to be sorted. Referee's happy, back underway. Good pressure from Forster on Ainge. Ainge has to pass it around. Good Plain has it. Out to Ainge. Ainge gets a bit of space, puts it up. Back iron. Shot clock reset. Continue and then off the glass. Chinua Unze. And that will do it for the first quarter. High scoring game, both teams. See the score adjusted. They're waiting for a second to score adjust before we read it. So after one quarter, it's Thames Valley 29, Endeavour Ipswich Basketball 20. Carol, if I get some stats off you in a moment. Ollie, just get a couple of thoughts from you on that first quarter and what you've seen in there.
So we said at the start of the game last, it's going to be a very physical game, and it has been. You know, we've seen two key players in Helen Traylon and Chrisbel Osorobo both getting in foul trouble early, having to be subbed out. We've also seen about boards. You know, Thames Valley coming out double-digit offensive boards already, which is absolutely ridiculous. On the other side, Ipswich, they're trying to get out, they're trying to run, but Thames Valley just have that answer for them at the minute.
Yeah, we've just seen some of the highlights from that first quarter. One has been won by Thames Valley, a lovely little layup. Just able to drive away the basket because the threes have been going up. And quite a few of them been going down. You can see that one was enjoyed. Caroline, any stats that stood out for you in that first quarter, anything you can note?
I mean, here, Thames Valley hitting 4 of 9 from three-point range. It's spreading it around. Kat Goldfield having hit 2. Her and Robin Ainge leading the way for Thames Valley with 8 points each. And Kat Goldfield also on 3 steals. And for Ipswich, Yasmin Edwards and Olivia Forster both on 7 points. Yasmin Edwards grabbing 3 rebounds for Ipswich.
Yeah, so I've only seen that one bucket from Harriet Wellham. So is that something we need to see more of in that second quarter? Because it's been quite quiet for her.
This is something that Thames Valley would have prepared for a lot. Harriet Worlam. She's leading the league MVP race at the minute. So Thames Valley, Kat Goldsby, and the coaching staff would have come out and said, look, this is a player that we need to try and stop a little bit. If we can get her, limit her points a little bit, we'd have forced others like Liv Forster, Louisa Gibbons, Chris Bolosorobo try and pick up the slack.
So we've just seen the 4 players for Ipswich score in this game so far. Something else we can see a bit more of that from other players. So we're back underway, second quarter. Thames Valley up by 9. There you go. It's like you heard her straight away on the board with a matter of seconds. She moves on to 5 for the game. Clean. Spots up, lovely little stop and pop. Cooper McLean, and she's now on defence. Oh, great work from Thames Valley, force a turnover. Wednesday all the way. Layup doesn't go, but she's got another opportunity. Finds some help with McLean. Back-to-back buckets for her. Leaves the ball out of bounds. Good pressure defence, Ollie, from Thames Valley. Yeah,
great pressure. They're getting up in the faces of Ipswich, making it difficult for them. I think we talked about it earlier, this trap defence they're almost playing, so they're letting them get over the halfway line and then using that line as a second defender almost now. It's impressive.
Just trying to turn the favour, but Thames Valley into the front court. Cavaliers, double-digit lead. Ipswich do not want to let them build on this. Stolen, Edwards has it, going all the way to the hoop and scores. Great alertness from her, and then she always gets it again.
Yasmin Edwards is such a tough defender. She'll hustle after every single ball.
Too strong off the glass. Foul is called. I just thought Sampson almost lost control for a second as she was about to go into the layup.
Yeah, it looked like she almost lost control of the ball there a little bit, didn't it? But she managed to regain it, get up and get the elevation and get the foul call.
Cooper McLean takes a well rush coming off the bench. Impressive, those back-to-back jump shots.
Yeah, quick 4 points off the bench for her. That's great to see.
So, one more to come from free throw line. Ipswich fans doing their best to put it off, and is that lane encroachment there? Someone got free violation. Was it Miller? It was Miller. So it's going to be Ipswich ball. They are down by 10. Ollie, they'd like to get that ball in the far corner quite a lot, but it's causing them problems when they get there.
Yeah, unfortunately, like we said about this trap defence that Thames Valley are playing, it's a very open spot on the floor, but it's also the most important part that a team can trap. It's very difficult for them.
Wellham. Nowhere to go. Pass into the corner. Oh, nice little drive off the glass and in. No fear whatsoever from Yasmin Edwards. Battle for the ball. A jump ball. Possession arrow favours Thames Valley.
But you see there the pressure that Edwards puts on. She's in the right place at the right time. She might not have got the steal, but she's putting herself in the way.
Stolen by Edwards. Here she comes again. She's going to go, isn't she, all the way? Doesn't go. There's the offensive board and score. Great work. So Osterobo. Turnover. Ipswich getting back into this one, Ollie.
Yes, this is going to be a game of runs now as Thames Valley take the timeout, try and talk it over. This is going to be a game of runs. Two teams that have come back from big scores, big deficits early in the season. We saw last week Ipswich came down from 14 points in the last 5 minutes to tie the game with 6 seconds to go.
we were watching that replay a moment ago, and when the ball went out, you could see Wellham sort of punching sort of the air, sort of thing, celebrating it almost as much as a big basket.
Exactly. In a game like this, now, this is the type of thing that you want to see. You want to see the players getting into emotions, getting into it, making sure that they're staying with it.
And that lovely play off Sorobo, right place, right time.
Again,
but Edwards, she's had such an impact already in the second quarter, hasn't she?
Yeah, like we said, this is a game of runs. So Yasmin Edwards is one of them. She'll come in, she'll do a job well. You know, Coach Nick Drain, who'll tell her to do something, she'll just go in and do it. There's no umming and ahhing about it. It's straight in, all right, I've got a job to do. Let's make it difficult for them.
Put yourself as coach into Rob Banks' mind at the moment. You've had a double-digit lead, and now it's down to 6. What are you going to tell your coach? Just calm down, or?
I'm just saying calm down straight away. No, look, we've still got a lot of basketball left to play. 8 minutes left in this half, and another 20 minutes to go after that. Listen, this is the game where we're going to have to keep fighting. It's going to come with us at some points. It's going to go against us. We have to keep our heads. We have to try and keep as calm as we can.
Yeah, basketball is a game of runs and momentum, and the momentum at the moment is with Ipswich. Let's see how Thames Valley respond after a timeout. They're defending. So look to cut this deficit, Ipswich. That's Robo. Down the lane, off the glass and in. Just driving through traffic. Goldsby gives it up to Ainge. Hit a foot. Four points of difference. It was double digits. I think it might have been 11 at one point. Edwards there again deflects the ball out of bounds.
That just shows you how athletic Yasmin Edwards is now. She's able to come from behind and just get a hand in the way, make it difficult for the defense.
Yeah, shot goes up and down, but it's another opportunity. The free doesn't go, and there is Edwards once again, and she's on the move. Just turns it over to Ainge. Tried to find Wellham in the corner, but went straight to Robin Ainge. Still on the ball. Guarded by Forster. Goldsby has it. It is good. Inwawenze. And that sort of ends the run for Ipswich. Applied immediately at the other end. And we've seen a bit of a three-point battle here.
It's a shootout, and that's just the 6th three-point shot that Ipswich have taken. They average 35 a game, so a little bit behind where they usually are. And if they're only down 4, not taking the 3.
No fun. And the Ipswich defense causes Thames Valley to cough up the ball again. Down by 4. And Forster. Was Forster a player with a great future, Ollie?
Yeah, great future. Earlier this week, committed to USC Upstate in South Carolina. She was very happy. I was talking to her earlier this week. I was also talking to Coach Nick Drain. Very happy about that choice.
3 doesn't go. Goldsby has it. It's deflected. Don't think they knew much about that. I think it's just a pass hit them rather than a deflection. A shot does not go. It's quickly out to Wellham. Wellham to the basket. Foul by Ainge. Hard foul. That's going to send Wellham to the line.
2 shots to go.
Just tell that Robin Ainge is not going to let us go for that one.
No, no easy buckets in the final now.
So Wellham to the line, quiet so far, just at 5 points. Yasmin Edwards leading the scoring with 11 for Ipswich. more to come. Bringing the deficit back to 2. Another turnover, Ipswich have it.
That's a kick ball at Ipswich. Ipswich have a chance to tie the game on this possession.
So it's going to be Ipswich ball to tie or take the lead back on this possession. 6:19 to go in the half. Passing side to Osforobo's broken up. Last touch was goals. We didn't know much about it. It remains with. Well, didn't Ipswich have to come back from a double-digit deficits against Thames Valley last week?
They did indeed. 14 down with 5 minutes to go. They're not afraid of a little bit of a comeback.
Osforobo puts it up, doesn't go. Chase down, off the dive for the ball. Battle for it. Here comes Thames Valley. Knocked out of bounds.
No, that's a great job from number 11, Danny Cater there for Ipswich. She's recognised that Chinway is probably a bit quicker than her. So if I just stay in front of her, I'll be able to get that quick steal.
Edwards picks up the miss. She's got Wellham in front of her. And they're going to say it's going to be a Thames Valley ball. Just didn't see Wellham. So the Cavaliers have the ball back. Oh, nice little play. Nathan Richards with the bucket. Forster, 4-3. Doesn't get the bounce. There's Osforobo. Goldsby has it off the miss. Oh, try to do the fancy pass. Got the ball back. Shot doesn't go. Almost got lucky there. She's trying to make a little spectacular pass, wasn't she? It came back to her, but she couldn't make the shot.
It was a nice little idea. I think Ipswich got away with a foot violation there, but she was able to get it back and get her shot off.
Ipswich have the ball once again. The drive is good. Ipswich back to 2 again. Pressure. And here comes Thames Valley getting into the front court. Gets the ball somehow onto the rim and it just rolls in. Back-to-back buckets for her. Wellham in the corner. Cross court to Forster. She shoots a deep 3. Doesn't go. Rebound Cavaliers. Here comes Goldsby. Kicks it to the wing. Winslow shot does not go. He has it. Out to Edwards. Wellham spots up for 3. Airballs that one. It's going to stay. Was there a hand on there, Ollie?
There was no hand on there underneath, unfortunately, by Chinway and Windsor. Tried to get a hold of it, but unfortunately just couldn't get on it.
Chinway Windsor, you can see we're going to have timeouts in Manchester. It's 41 to 37. Very high-scoring game. Cal, if you have a look for me, what's the steals turnovers numbers in this? Because it just seems the ball's changing hands so much. To keep the stats people busy.
It does, definitely. So Thames Valley, 11 turnovers compared to Ipswich's 14. And 10 steals for the Cavaliers, 7 for Ipswich. So relatively close. And this is something we saw last time out at the Cup final last year. So Thames Valley need to take care of the ball. Last year they had 23 turnovers to Reading's 16. Reading weren't able to capitalise on those turnovers. Ipswich will. And Liz and Yasmin and Harriet Wellham, they're going to get out there and they're going to be on the break. So Thames Valley, that's something crucial to them, keep care of the ball.
Well, we were talking during the week before the game, we were talking about Forster and Wellham and who could step up. And both of you guys straight away went with Edwards. And she's delivered so far today, has she not?
She's done a great job. She's kept her hands in the passing lanes. She's stayed in front of defence. She's got a couple of steals off it. She's got a couple of quick buckets. That's the type of player that Yasmin Edwards is.
Great game for her. She leads the way with 11 points, all scorers. So, back underway after timeout. Ipswich on the baseline because last touch was Thames Valley. Wellham draws double team, gives it up. And Edwards. Forster. Off the iron, there's Osorobo. Can't get to go, it's tapped out to Goldsby. Forster on her. And then Luke Forster said that wasn't a foul, but referee says, in my opinion, it was. That's just the first foul on Forster. Shot doesn't go. Thames Ipswich running once again. Out to Edwards, driving to the basket. High off the glass, no good though. Driving rebound. Goldsby has it. Oh, nice pass inside. Oh, Osorobo with the defense. Quickly down the floor, but it's too far and too strong for Wellham to reel in. But what a play by Osorobo.
Great play from Osorobo there. She was actually on the other side of the floor and she did a great job coming over, and because she's got such a big wingspan, she's able to get that block.
Hayley Cooper playing back in the game. Of course, she had those back-to-back buckets earlier in this quarter. For her 4 points, and she's on the ball now. Goes to the inside. Foul called. Don't think Danny Casey thought she fouled there, but 2 free throws coming. It's going to be Hayley Miller. I believe that's Luke Forster actually was called for the foul, not Casey.
So that's 2 quick fouls on Forster there.
That's the problem when you see 2 players round one. You think, I'll go with the obvious one. No, it wasn't. I'm going to say there's a monitor in my way. That's what I'm going to say, yeah. Miller gives Thames Valley just a little bit of breathing room. Oh, lovely play, Forster, all the way to the hoop. Scores, great cut, Ollie.
That's that speed we talked about in Ipswich playing, Niall. I mean, Liv Forster does a great job getting the ball inbound as quick as she can and then not giving up on the play. She saw Danny Casey's man getting right up on her, so she made sure that she kept going and she got the easy points.
Tough shot, doesn't go. Good defense once again from Ipswich. Foot violation, the sideline ball.
And it's Osorobo again, they're on the defensive possession, getting in the right position.
She's got plenty of energy, had to sit down very early in that first quarter.
Yeah, she got unlucky, got an early foul count, but is able to come out of this quarter score, able to come out, keep her head, make sure she's still playing as she draws the foul though against Katie Richards.
Yeah. Katie knew that was a soft one to give away, but yeah, Osorobo, I mean, sometimes the players, if they foul her, you sit on the bench, their head goes down a bit. But Osorobo, she has come in and she's played fantastic.
She's done a great job. She's become very experienced in moments like this. She gets early foul counts quite early on in her career as well, but she's used to it now. I'm sure her coaches at the future University Gonzaga State are quite happy with how she's playing right now.
Of course, that's where Esther Little, former Ipswich player, is. As Wellham drives to the hoop, scores off the glass. Wellham's starting to get going now. She's on to 11. And she only had 3 in that first quarter. Cooper McLean's shot does not go. Wellham picks it up. Here comes Edwards once again, all the way to the hoop. Has to give it out. Finds Forster. First shot doesn't go. It's good defense in Thames Valley. Battle for the ball. Cavaliers have it. Eventually Goldsby's able to bring it just in time into the front court. Goldsby wide open, decides to shoot it. It's no good. Oh, wonderful rebound. No joy there as Ipswich. Oh, Forster's collision mid-court. And that's going to be a defensive foul on Forster. That's number 3. That's all come in the last few minutes. Ollie, you look at the rebound, your coaching hat.
That's a veteran move from Kat Goldsby there. She's recognised that Liv Forster hasn't seen her. So as soon as she comes over, she sets her feet, she's going to grab the ball, go straight through her, and like we saw, it's an offensive foul.
And a typical Kat Goldsby play as well, just putting her body on the line.
So Partridge is going to have to come back. Keen Olivia is into the game as Liv Forster takes a seat with 9 points, but more importantly, 3 fouls. One of 2 Ipswich players and 3 fouls. The other being Gibbons. Just getting the floor dry. As the guys said, great play from Goldsby to draw the contact and the foul. Doesn't go. Ipswich have it. They're down by 1. Can they take the lead in this possession? They've been trailed for a long time here. Osorovo drives. Doesn't go, but Christopher Osorovo is going to the line for 2 free throws, which gives Ipswich the lead.
Substitution checking into the game for TBC.
Melina Alonso takes a seat. And it's Dominique Davies-Mpesa into the ball game for Thames Valley. First is good for Osorovo. Makes them both. Just a 44.8% free throw short in the season. And that's going to push up her average of 3 points. Well, I should say that her average in the league. Because we'll play National Cup today. No joy. 2 attempts there for Miller. Edwards hits the floor, as does Goldsby once again. It's Cavaliers ball. Davies-Mpesa. Goldsby has it, guarded by Edwards. Payne gets inside. Dominique Davies-Mpesa, the bucket. That's her first points of the afternoon. Almost the entire Thames Valley roster scored this afternoon. Osorovo takes it the other way. This is where Osorovo is coming to play. She moves on to 11. 3 Ipswich players now on 11 points for the ball game. 1 point for them, they lead. Down the floor. Tough shot doesn't go. It's a last hand, the last touch by Goldsby. It's going to be Ipswich ball, and we're going to have a timeout here in Manchester. 23.2 seconds left to go. Thames Valley 44, Ipswich 45. Guys, what a game we've seen here today.
This is a great game, Niall. I mean, these are 2 teams, like we said earlier, they want to be physical, they want to get out, they want to run. Interesting week. We talked at the end of the first quarter about Ipswich's defence. They've changed it up a little bit. I've just seen it in the last possession. Yasmin Edwards is now completely denying Kat Goldsby. She's not letting her get the ball whatsoever. They're also going down low. They're double teaming now. So they're putting 2 defenders on any player they've got down low in the painted area.
We're just looking back at some of the opportunities. That was a very set shot 3-pointer there, but if they go, they go. And of course, Osorovo, as we said, what an impact he's had in the second quarter after having to ride the pine, as they say, so early. But of course, layups, and free-pointers.
That's that Ipswich style to play again now. They like to get out and run. They like to get out and shoot.
Caroline, very quickly before we get back to the action, anything stood out for you?
It's Osorovo, 6 rebounds since she's been back on the court, 11 points to go along with that, as you mentioned, and it's those rebounds that are really helping Ipswich out, because we saw the difference there on offensive boards in the first quarter. 18 still to Thames Valley, to Ipswich's 11, but they've been able to increase that in the second quarter.
Yeah, Osorovo's had a few double-doubles in the league this season, I think at least 3. Of course, she had 2 games with 21 rebounds in a row, but also doing it offensively, and that's what Ipswich need. But obviously, Thames Valley scoring completely spread around the roster. Back underway, Ipswich with the ball, they lead by 1. They're going to run as much clock as possible. Wellham, hands off, Osorovo goes up, off the glass and in! Thames Valley needs to do something quick, shot clock's about to go from the ball! And that's just stay out. Wow, after trailing by double digits in Endeavour Ipswich Basketball have come back to lead by 3 at the half. What an amazing second quarter we see. We'll be handing back over to Darren Paul very shortly, but before then, guys, what a turnaround. Ollie, start with you.
What a turnaround, Niall. I mean, we saw Ipswich down low quite early on, and what have they done? They've brought it back, very similar to last week, down at the half, able to bring it back. Down in the fourth quarter, able to bring it back. Very interesting to see how Thames Valley are adapting to this style of Ipswich play. They're still getting out and running, but it looks like Ipswich just got the legs on them a little bit. TVC getting a bit tired. Yeah. We haven't seen the likes of Helen trailing for a little bit. We haven't seen much happening from their other bigs, the Hayley Miller going down low. We normally see her quite a bit coming in. On the other hand, Kat Goldsby, she's done a great job being that veteran leadership for the team, making sure that she's, you know, getting out, putting her body on the line, being physical.
And statistically, obviously, you've been all over that Caroline's game. You mentioned Crystal. Anyone else who stood out after what I saw about?
So for Thames Valley, Robin Age with those 8 points, relatively early on as well. Chinwe Awunze, 5 points, 5 rebounds for her. Katie Richards adding in 7. But for Ipswich, 3 players in double figures already, with Yasmin Edwards, Harriet Wellham on 11, and Christabel Osorobo on 13.
I mean, there we see on your screens which are home the score for the second quarter, 14-point lead in that quarter for Ipswich. They turned it around in that game. They were trailing by 9, they win it by 14, and that's why they're going to obviously break.
They're a team that score in bunches. We saw earlier in the season against Manchester, tie game, 6.5 minutes left in the first. 3 minutes later, they went on a 19-0 run. They can just score at will.
Yeah, we're going to hand you over momentarily to Darren Paul, who's waiting courtside. So, from us, we're going to take a little break, but we're going to hand you over now to Darren Paul, who's courtside.
Now DJ Wade's going to play some bangers.
Thank you very much, Niall, and the team. Hannah Alty alongside me to bring you all the review, the analysis of half-time. Like you know, it is Endeavour Ipswich Basketball up 47-44 over the Thames Valley Cavaliers, and it's been an absolute roller coaster, Hannah Alty.
It's been fantastic, absolutely fantastic. You know, I think it's safe to say that Thames Valley had that first quarter. They were dominant in that first quarter. I think they had an 11-point lead at one point, and then now in that second quarter, Ipswich have come back and they've been aggressive on defence, and they've been really forcing the ball over with Thames Valley, and now they've got that 3-point lead.
Yeah, exactly. An 11-point lead was the largest TVC have held. This is actually Ipswich's largest lead of just 3 points. And, I mean, it all started so well for TVC in that first quarter. So you're happy to break down how did they get into that position? After 10 minutes, they were up, what was it, 29-20?
Yeah, I think it was really started from their press. They had this half-court press that kind of starts in the backcourt and then finishes in the forecourt. And it's really difficult to navigate when you're Ipswich and you've got a big player like Katie Richards that stood in the middle of the court, you know, with her arms up and things like that. And then there's the trap in the corner. It's very easy to turn the ball over at that point. And I think Thames Valley were really dominating in those points and making sure that they could get points from those turnovers. And then I think it's just changed. In the second quarter for Ipswich.
Yeah, that first quarter, Ipswich were on about 9, maybe 10 turnovers in that first 10 minutes. I mean, that's not sustainable. That you're on for 40 in a game. Obviously, wouldn't expect to see that at all, but just not sustainable, is it?
No, it's definitely not. You can't. You have to look after the ball. You know, just even getting the ball over the half court, it's something that's, you know, really important, because if those turnovers then can be capitalised into those 2 points, 3 points, and especially when you've got players like Awunze who are, you know, going after every single rebound and everything like that, and they're fighting to the very last possession. You have to make sure that you're looking after the ball.
So again, I think turnovers is quite a large part of the conversation in this first half. Ipswich finished with 17 turnovers total. Thames Valley with 11 of themselves. Again, a little bit high for what you would want, for what the coaches would want to see right now.
Yeah, definitely. I think realistically, in total, you're looking for a maximum of 25 turnovers a game, because, you know, it's about making sure that you're, you know, taking care of the ball and making sure that, you know, we're getting as many points as we can from getting the ball over the halfway line. And I think, you know, if what's clear is that both teams, you know, it's a final. Both teams are nervous. That first quarter, it was very clear. It came across. And I think sometimes you can kind of get a bit carried away and we can lose the ball at times. And I think there was a lot of possessions where it was lost on the end line, right underneath the basket. And you can't make mistakes like that, not in a final.
That first 10 minutes of play, that first 20 minutes of play, there was a lot of chaos energy, there was a lot of chaos ball. And it became, you know, there's obviously systems, there's teams, but then it became a little bit about individual brilliance at times.
Definitely. I think, you know, Harriet Wellham, she's definitely dominated. She's been driving to the basket. But I think you can't not give credit to Christabel right now. You know, she's been fantastic. She's been out rebounding. You know, she's been fighting against Ellen and Katie Richards under the basket. She's been really dominant. And then for Thames Valley, we've got Iwunze. She's just been fantastic. You know, her fight and determination is just incredible. You know, there was a play in the first quarter where Robin has put the ball up for 24 seconds. The 24 second clock went, but Iwunze was there. She caught the rebound, got another offense for them when everybody else looked like it had given up and they were ready to give it Ipswich, but Iwunze didn't. She persisted, and I think that's really important. I mean, I think losing Ellen trailing in the first quarter to 2,000 within 5 minutes, that really had an impact for Thames Valley, and I think they kind of struggled to adapt to that. So I think that's, you know, something that we need to look for in the second half.
Yeah, I just want to echo that about Chinwe Iwunze. Just again brings that tenacity, pace, rebounding, and it was a really could be a very important basket. She had about 5 seconds left in the first quarter. You remember, you saw it. Catch, stop straight away, and no time for Ipswich to respond. A really canny bit of basket.
Yeah, definitely, really smart. You know, and I think it's definitely coming across as well with Ipswich. We've seen Yasmin Edwards on those sneaky leaps. You know, I called it, and she's stood me well. She's been there, she's been going, and Harriet as well. Both of them have been up the court, had some wide open layups, and I think Thames Valley need to contain that. They need to put a stop on that, because those points start to add up, and like this now, Ipswich have got those 3 points ahead.
Yeah, talking about the sneaky leak, which is obviously, as you've explained, it's the play where as soon as it looks like it's going to go the way of the defending team, Ipswich, let's say in this instance, they've got players sprinting downfield into the corners, able to get the ball out to them. Now TVC, I think in the first half, and the first half of the second quarter in particular, they actually did quite a good job on that initially, and then it seems to have gone away. But for me, it's a lot of work.
It is.
And I think that's what can wind you down.
It is hard. It's definitely hard to maintain that for 40 minutes, to keep an eye on that for 40 minutes. It's hard, especially when you're trying to get your second chance points. You know, if that's your priority, is going for your second chance points and trying to get them, you're not thinking about defenders flying down the other end, players flying down the other end of the court. And that's something that's really hard to, you know, kind of keep to and commit to for 40 minutes.
Let's talk a little bit about the defence, about how the teams are operating. So both sat in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
How is that? How is that set up for the defenders? How does that help you in a game like this?
I mean, it's very hard because I think, especially with both teams have got a zone press, which is dropping into the 2-3 zone. So you've got Ipswich are setting up in kind of like a 3 high with Osorabo in the middle, and then you've got Forster on one side and Wellham on the other, and then they're trapping right up in the back court. Whereas Thames Valley, they're setting up in more of a half-court press and then dropping into the 2-3 game. I mean, for both, it's about, especially for Ipswich, it's about stopping the dominant inside players. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to, you know, really force the ball outside, forcing those drives, forcing those 3-point shots. And it's really about preventing Ellen Trailing and Katie Richards from getting ahead of themselves. And then I think for Ipswich, again, it's about daring them to take them shots. You know, for Thames Valley, it's like, you know, yes, you are a dominant 3-point shooter, so go on, show up today. And again, it's about stopping Harriet Wellham from driving and getting those, not only the scores, but then the foul calls as well.
Yeah, it's interesting you talk about, you know, sending them outside. 5 of 14 from 3 for TVC. That's 35.7%, so that's a little bit low, I think, than where you'd really love to be. You know, in my head, I've always got 50, 40, 90, but that's just me. Well, what do you think? Like, what would you want to see from your team output on three?
I mean, I think realistically, you know, you're kind of looking, you want these players to attempt them, you want them to put them up, have the confidence to put the threes up in these games, because they're clutch shots that can really turn a game over. But I mean, it's about getting those, making sure that we're not just, you know, throwing up anything that comes. As soon as we're getting the ball over and there's 20 seconds left on the shot clock, throwing it up. You know, it's about playing in these games. You have to play the floor. You have to really make sure that you're making those right shot choices as well. It's not just kind of, you know, rushing and getting a bit nervous and throwing up anything. Yeah,
talking about shot choices, and if you're wondering what the paper is, stat sheets. 50 field goal attempts for TVC. That is eye-wateringly high for halfway through any game, really, but certainly a FIBA final. Just talk about that.
I mean, that's immense. That is really immense. You know, it really shows that they're having. So, I mean, the worry is that it's only a 32%. You know, they really need to finish and get that percentage up there. You know, they need to be finishing. They can't, you know, throw away these shots in a game like this because they matter. You know, they had that run, they had that 11-point lead, and now they're down by 3. You know, so that's something that they really need to focus on, is making sure that they just finish. You know, they put it in the basket.
Again, these are two high-scoring teams, the top 2 high-scoring teams in the league. Obviously, I know it's Cup, but that's where the most evidence is from. And yeah, if you don't convert against Ipswich, they're really going to punish you. We've got 3 minutes and 50 before we head over back to, well, the live action and our commentary team. What was your play of the half? Have you got a play that really stuck in mind at all?
It has to be the one with Owunze, where it was just that grit and that determination. It wasn't anything special, but it was just that there was 5 seconds left on the shot clock. The shot goes up. It looked like everybody else was ready to run back on defence for Thames Valley, but Owunze wasn't. She went after it, and she just shot that ball and got it up there, those points.
I think for me, and it's another TVC play, but it was Jamela Sampson just gets sent the long way round and says, yeah, no worries, let me just finish this off the glass with the right hand. I was just flabbergasted. I thought that was a really fun bit of basketball. So, very quickly, before we head over to our commentary team, what's the one key for TVC if they want to come back and make an impact in this ball game?
I mean, I think the stats show it. They need to finish. You know, they need to capitalise on getting the ball in the basket and getting those points and increasing that 32%.
And Ipswich?
Ipswich, for me, I think they just need to keep fighting. They've managed to get this turnaround now. They need to come back out with the aggression that they had in the second quarter.
All right, thank you very much. That's going to do it for us at half-time. Going to send it back over to our commentary team of Kaz Bullock, Ollie Mile and Niall Gray.
Very much, Darren. Great to hear your thoughts at half-time. You guys will be back on air later on. Well, Caroline, let's start. You were here last year for the final. You were on the commentary team. How does this compare to last year's final?
This is very, very similar to last year's final, practically mirroring what we saw happen last time out. So last year, Thames Valley getting out to a quick start as they did, went 7-0 up, went into half-time down 1, they're down 3 at the moment. Now the turning point for Thames Valley last year was in the third quarter when the 3 did start dropping for them, which we've seen, it has been falling for them in the first quarter. They were able to go into the fourth down 6 and then stretch the lead out to 17. They just put the pressure on, put the pace, picked up the pace, and were able to force turnovers. Now, the 3 is dropping for them at the moment, so interesting to see what will be the turning point this time around. Is it going to be the re-entrance of Trellen back inside?
Yeah, Ollie, since Thames Valley, I can't really work out their rotation today.
It's a very difficult one. I mean, obviously they've got problems in the foul count with Katie Richards and Helen Traylen both on 2 early fouls, so they weren't able to play much of this second quarter. On the other hand, you know, Ipswich, Louisa Gibbons, Olivia Forster, both on 3 fouls in that second quarter, so they had to sit for prolonged periods of time as well. It's very interesting to see how both coaches are adapting to this type of game and what's presented to them.
Yeah, so we're talking obviously more fouls for Thames Valley, but of course it's worse for Ipswich since they've got 2 players on 3.
Yeah, that's 2 of their key starters as well. You know, these are 2 players that Coach Nick Drain will look to, you know, get him a quick score, bleeding down the way, keep on going. Louisa Gibbons, she's very good getting inside, making sure that she can, you know, make herself a nuisance down low. Same with Liv Forster, she's out, she's quick, she can run, she can shoot, she's a triple threat.
Right. always hate putting my co-commentators on the spot, but I'm going to just try one here. Is there anyone today that has stood out for you, that stepped up, probably done more than you expect him to so far?
For me, Hayley Cooper-McLean off the bench for Thames Valley. She's been a real spark. 4 points, a rebound and an assist. But I feel like she's made her presence known, and it's just been that extra bit push for Thames Valley.
Yeah, of course, she came in and made those back-to-back buckets early in the second quarter. Ollie, is there anyone from you?
I'm going to have to agree with Caroline on that one. Hayley Cooper-McLean has done a great job coming in. She came off the bench, 4 very quick points. She's able to keep on going, keep her head in the game, and take control a little bit.
And of course, we're talking about Harriet Welham. So that quiet first quarter, she added 8 in the second half, 11 at half-time. Do you think we can see a lot more from her in the second half, based on how she's played this season?
I think based on how she's played this season, we have to see more of Harriet Welham. You know, we said earlier, she's leading the league in the MVP standings at the minute. Obviously going to get to playoffs with this Ipswich team, so we have to see her try and pick it up a little bit here.
Right, I'll ask you a question about Forces in a moment, but we're back underway for the second half. It's Welham on the ball. Edwards in the corner. It's round to Forster. Pass inside. Shot goes up and in. That is Louisa Gibbons with the bucket. Ipswich have a 5-point lead as Edwards picks up the pass. Sorry, picks up the foul, I should say. Ollie, very quickly, or Carol, if you want to jump in, how important is it? Obviously, Forster's on 3 fouls. She does not pick up that fourth.
It's vitally important. Liv Forster is the main point guard for this team. She's the floor general. She wants to bring the ball up. She wants to control how things are going. She's also one of their best 3-point shooting players now, so it's going to be very critical that she doesn't pick up another foul early on.
Forster guarding Goldsby. Careful not to pick that foul there. Got it. So we got a timeout in Manchester, 8:07 to go in this third quarter. Ollie, Ipswich, 12-point lead.
No, I'm going to go back to it. We said this is a game of runs. This is the type of thing that Ipswich love to do. They've done it all season. They come out at the half-time, they talk over, they listen to what Coach Nick Drain has to say, and they will come out and they will execute that, which is what they've done today.
Of course, you're using one of your timeouts, Caroline, and you only run 53 into the third quarter.
Yeah, I think sometimes that's necessary. You want to try and stop this run. It's a 9-0 run in just the last minute and 40 seconds. And as I mentioned before, Ipswich are a team that can go on runs. They score in bunches, they score very fast. So I think it's a good decision. You don't want to let this maybe extend too much more before you put a stop to it.
Yeah, great run from Ipswich to start this third quarter. See what Coach Rob Banks has said to his players during that stoppage. See how they respond. And he fire them up, get back into this game. They're the holders. They won it last year against Reading. They beat Reading in this year's semi-final. The way here to Manchester. Do not want to give up what they consider their trophy. And there's the response straight away. Ames from the wing. Forster broken up. Goldsby got it. Good interception from her. She's going to go. I'll pass it off. Lovely, unselfish play. 5 quick points for Thames Valley. Just what they needed after that timeout.
No, that's a very veteran move from Kat Goldsby there. She recognised that if I put my eyes at the rim, I'm going to draw those defenders up.
Rebound Cavaliers. Basket doesn't go for Richards. Edwards the other way. Good defense from Ainge to break that up. Names of Ipswich. So Sampson's coming back in. Katie Richards can take a seat. So Forster on the baseline. It's into Edwards. Robo has it. There's Forster in the other corner. Oh, nice little spin. Wellham puts it up off the glass, too strong. Here comes Thames Valley, quick the other way to get the ball down the floor, and they do. Layup is good for Jamela Sampson. Great play from Thames Valley. That is 7 quick points, and it's a 5-point game.
That's exactly what you want coming out of that timeout.
Oh, look at that! Goldsby says, get that out of here! As Edwards tries to go for the layup. And the momentum, just like that, has shifted to Thames Valley.
As Ollie mentioned, it's a game of runs.
Forster for 3. Ainge collects the miss. Robin Ainge going up against Forster. Of course, it's one of the things, Ollie, when you coach. If it was you, you'd have told your players, go past Forster, she's on 3 fouls.
If you're a coach, you're saying, look, attack her. You want her to try and draw a foul on you.
Sampson. 9-0 run from Thames Valley since a timeout. It's back to 3. Wellham hits the floor, Goldsby the foul. Sporting helps her up. Shot misses. Goldsby gets it out. Sampson has it. Osterobo, great hands. She's going to go all the way to the hoop. Oh, Goldsby coming over. Osterobo still found a way to get that one in.
That's that wingspan we talked about earlier now. She's able to get the ball outside of her cylinder and elevate nice and high.
Yeah, that breaks the run from Thames Valley. Here they come, Ipswich again. Wellham, little fake, drive through traffic. Tough shot goes up. Difficult shot. Never going to go. Here comes Goldsby the other way. Stop hot free throw line, draws the contact. Shot doesn't go. 2 free throws coming.
Can I just highlight how high Yasmin Edwards jumps on that last possession to get that rebound? A player that actually used to do the high jump, which explains a lot. And she's got she's got an athletic background. She is such a quick, fast rebounding guard.
I mean, of course, you mentioned that as well, Ollie, about how athletic she is. And she's doing this all game. It's like...
There's no let-up whatsoever.
It's in such good shape. You can just go flat out continuously. Having herself a really, really good game. 13 points for Yasmin Edwards.
8 rebounds to go along with that and 3 steals.
That's what they call stuff in the stat sheet, is it not? So no joy there. That one's good. It's 4 points of difference. Getting close to the midpoint of this third quarter. Osterobo on the ball, gives it up. Stolen though. Lindsay all the way to the hoop and scores. Nice, easy layup for Chinua. It's 12. It's now 2. Osterobo inside. Daisy can't get it to go. Here comes Thames Valley away. Ainge wide open for 3. Side iron. Good work there from Louisa Gibbons. Let it go out of bounds. Wellham. Gibbons has it, round to Robo. Too strong. Thames Valley collects. Cross-court pass. Sampson has it, spots up, got it. Lovely jump shot. And we are tied at 58 apiece. So both teams have had double-digit leads and got on to lose them. A whole new ball game. Sorry, Caroline.
No, I think this. I was just saying, this is exactly what we expected to see from this game, and what a great showcase of women's basketball in this country this is.
Lindsay with the steal. Can she go for another layup? And she blows the layup. And then call for the foul as well, and goes to collect it. Ollie, your opinion on that play there?
It's very unfortunate for anyone. That's just called for the unsportsmanlike for wrapping Harriet Wellham around the back of the head. It's a very difficult one. Look.
We have time. Well, obviously they couldn't see us on screen, but immediately, as soon as that, you went straight for it, didn't you? It's like subconscious for you, isn't it? You're just doing it.
No, I'm used to it. Yesterday I was at a game in Sheffield where I was screaming my head off. I'm surprised I've still got a voice today. But look, as a coach, you're immediately going for that thing to get you that advantage. Ipswich now get the ball back and they've got fouls to shoot as well. It's going to be very interesting how this affects the game now.
And Caroline, we're just going back to last year. How's this shaping out?
Again, very, very similar. Thames Valley able to make that run in the third. It was the third quarter where they got the lead back and went into the fourth up 6. We've seen it. Ipswich, 9-point run to start things off. Thames Valley, 9-point run after that timeout. It's so closely matched this last year. And again, in the fourth, Thames Valley able to pull away. But these teams look so evenly matched. I can't see one of them pulling away as much as we did so last year.
I saw you watching the board there, Ollie, during that timeout.
Yeah, I had to have a little look. I had to have a little look. It's interesting to see what Harriet Wellham was saying there. She was saying that because of this press, it's getting very difficult to get the ball up the floor. So let's make sure we have someone right in the middle that we can use to play a little point guard. We've got Liv Forster out of the game at the minute with her 4 fouls she picked up earlier on. So everybody's got to pick up the slack on the offensive side.
Well, what I do, if you're back next year, we have to get you to bring your board with you. We can point to the camera and you can run through some of the plays.
We'll do a coach's corner.
Yes. So, of course, the unsportsmanlike, it's going to be 2 free throws and then sideline ball. That gives Ipswich back a 2-point advantage. It's going to be the free throw shooter Wellham. Get the ball in. Finds Wellham. Shot clock's down to 4. She needs to do something. There's a quick look at the clock. Goes around the screen from Robo. Has to get Robo, but that's not going to count as it's gone because that's a shot clock violation. Good defence from Thames Valley. They really made it difficult, Ollie.
Yeah, really made it difficult. Like we saw earlier in the game, they've gone up in their face again. They've recognised that Ipswich hated that. So we've gone up, made sure we made it difficult for them, and it showed.
Waiting for the ball to come back into play.
I always think it's fantastic how well the both sets of fans travel here. We're up in Manchester, Ipswich, Thames Valley, got a lot of support in the crowd, and it's really nice to see.
I could technically get a lift back with Thames Valley, could drop me off on the way home.
Jump in.
Yeah. So Cavaliers ball, they trail by 2, under 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Will any team be taking advantage into the fourth? It's time to make that run if they want to. Sampson gets some space. Shot doesn't go. Foul underneath.
So that's her 4th personal foul.
That's Louisa Gibbons' 4th foul as well.
She is taking a seat. Of course, Forster also on 4 fouls. It's one worry for Ipswich. Tough pass, it's collected though. That's Trey Lamb had it. Lindsay drive, doesn't go. Osterove with a rebound. Here she comes. Keep dribble alive, keeps it up. Partridge back outside. Wellham draws the contact. I'm not. Ollie, give me your opinion on that one. I'm not sure what to make of that.
It's a very difficult one. I mean, from our commentary position, I'm seeing a foul a little earlier on Kat Goldsby. She's reached in just a little bit, which you get to where we see it on the replay here. Yeah. Just that reach there. She reached across. And Wednesday, she does a great job getting her body on the line.
She was moving though, wasn't she?
She was moving. I think that's what the referee saw. I think her left ankle was just lifted ever so slightly.
And as you know, you can back me up. I definitely couldn't see that because of the monitor. So Wellham to the line. Forster on the bench. And she take over some of the scoring load. Her Yasmin Edwards has been absolutely fantastic, as Caroline's pointed out. Really stuffing the stat sheet today. One more to come for Harriet. Gets the friendly bounce. Ipswich up by 4. Oh, Edwards almost had it. Goldsby running one hand in the lane, doesn't go. Partridge rebounds. Goldsby steals it. Spins, shoots. Foul call. And that will send Kat Goldsby to the line.
And Kat's just working hard on every single possession. That's her 5th steal of the game, along with her 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. She's just, we mentioned it before, she just hustles so hard, and the heart and soul of this team really sets the tone.
Just a tremendous game. They're playing almost like it's the last game of the season, and they're leaving every single thing on the line. And as you said earlier, Kaz, it's a great advert for the women's game.
It absolutely is. I mean, there's so much talent in this country and across the leagues. We saw it yesterday at the junior level, and it's just amazing that you can see these players week in, week out, get down to your local club and support them, and at events like this.
Oh, pass down the floor. Layup is good. Breakdown defense for Thames Valley, and Ipswich able to make them score.
No, that's
sorry.
That's 2 players who have played together for a very, very long time. Both got up the Ipswich programme together, both returning to Ipswich this year and making sure that their place is known.
In this case, with the interception, gets it out to Edwards. Wellens in front of her, all the way to who? What a play from Ipswich. As we're closing in towards the end of the third, Endeavour Ipswich Basketball is starting to make a move again. Remember, they led by 12. Thames Valley fought their way back, but they've built the advantage back to 7. Goldsby from the corner. Got it! Kat Goldsby for 3. Just quietens down the Ipswich fans slightly. Because Ipswich fans travel good number today. Foul called. That's against Carlotta Alina Alonso.
That 3rd 3 for Goldsby, that's the most she's made this season.
And Alonso, sideline call. Two minutes to go in the third. Wellham has it, spots up. Back iron, battle for the ball. And there's Edwards once again, and almost got another rebound.
And you see that she's one of the smaller players on the court as well. The 2 players she's going up against, she's got that bounce. She's so springy.
Goldsby in the corner. Can she get it from there this time? No joy.
It was a nice look though for Kat.
Oh, Osterove says, you're not having that. Here comes Ipswich the other way. Wellham. And the defense out of the end, but there's a foul called. What's the call going to be? 2 free throws to come for Wellham. Let's look at the replay. Just while I talking over, you talked about a couple of veteran players who knew each other, great play, but it's great that Ipswich can have all these young players coming through, going on to play at university and be competitive at the same time.
Yeah, it's a great advert for the Ipswich programme, Niall. I mean, but almost everyone in this Ipswich team, bar 4 players, have come through the Ipswich pathway. They've come up together, they've played together for a long time. And also, last time this team were in a National Cup final, half this team were in the stands cheering them on. And it's great to see so many numbers of Ipswich fans making the long trip up to Manchester this weekend.
Because it's one thing to blood youngsters, give them some court time, what have you, but it's another thing to also be competitive and winning at the same time.
I think it's just a testament to the Ipswich programme, Niall. I mean, I'm going to sing their praises quite a bit, like I have throughout the entirety of this stream. But it's a great job they've done over there to make sure, provide an opportunity for the young players in Ipswich.
Pass down for Miller, can't get it. Go, Casey has it. Jump ball situation, the arrow means it will stay with Thames Valley. Quick question, because I work in a European League, I can't really mention. Now, we don't have the jump, sorry, the possession arrow, we have jump balls. Speaking purely from the women's game, do you like the possession arrow or jump balls?
As a fan, I like a jump ball. I can see the need for a possession arrow, especially in some games where you get a constant stream of jump balls.
Good opportunity for another shot for Thames Valley. It's outside Goldsby, waiting wide open. Just hits side rim. There's another rebound for Robo. Is it a double-double yet, Caroline?
Not quite. 15.8 rebounds. Right. Yasmin Edwards actually leading rebounders
now,
on
that's
Ipswich.
Not quick enough. As Goldsby goes all the way, the foul is called, so that'll be free throws at Thames Valley. Ollie, sorry to put you on the spot. Jump balls or
yay or nay?
I'm going to agree.
Purely to the women's game, because we're obviously doing National Cup today.
I'm going to agree with Caroline. As a complete fan, I prefer a proper jump ball, but I can see the need for a possession arrow.
There you go. Diplomatic as well. So, Osorobo is going to take his seat. Deanna Carrington's back into the game. Don't worry, we can't change policy. It's just whether you like one or the other. It's just, as a former short player, I like possession arrow, but as a fan, jump ball. Because I've never going to win a jump ball, never. Goldsby sinks the first. Inside the final minute of this third quarter. Makes them both. She moves on to 15. The difference is 4. Almost sloppy there from Ipswich, but Wellham has it. Gives it up to Edwards. And that's going to be Goldsby. Third foul. And they're in the penalty, so free throws coming.
Now Ipswich shooting 93%. I shouldn't say this, should I? Someone's about to take a free throw. I'm so sorry. Shooting 15 of 16.
You can't see it, but poor Ollie's put his head on the table. He believes in it.
And I believe in Yasmin Edwards.
There you go. There's no such thing. Look, you miss. No such thing.
I take full
responsibility. Jump ball situation, so that's going to go with Ipswich. Yeah. It's not like she can hear you. So there we see that. It's just a hustle. Look at them fighting for the balls. Like, hopefully she's all right. Hits the floor hard there. just slow in getting up, as you can see. Haley Miller looks okay.
Substitution checking into the game is number 14, Katie Richards.
Can take a seat though. Katie Richards back into the game. Baseline ball. Thames Valley should get the ball back one more time. Yes. A look at the clock. The crowd counting it down with Wellham. Wants to lose the ball. She needs to put up a difficult shot. Throws up a prayer. It isn't answered. Here comes Ainge the other way. And then we slow it down. Under 10 seconds. Lindsay. Goldsby puts it up. Too strong. Second chance opportunity doesn't go. Third chance at the buzzer. Count it. Right at the buzzer. I thought for a moment they're going to shoot too early and they get 3 opportunities out of it. I mean, that's see if that's going to. Basket definitely counts. Referee was right there and said it. Don't know if there's a discussion.
And that's that offensive rebounding for Thames Valley. That's what they do so well. And hey, we saw that last weekend in the game against Ipswich in Ipswich. Yeah. That offensive rebound that put back at the buzzer. Yeah,
and Ellen Trellan is going to have a free throw.
Would you like Thames Valley's free throw stats so I can ruin that run for them? Before we 11 of 17, 64% so far.
So obviously, when it's a foul at the end of the quarter, you've got to put 0.1 for some reason. Is a changeable, but there you go. So Ellen Trellan at the free throw line. And that's good, and that will do it. End of the third quarter. Ipswich had a 12-point lead. Thames Valley came fighting all the way back. Ipswich built another little lead, but as we go into the fourth, it's a 2-point ball game. Everything to play for. Who wants to speak first? I'm opening the floor.
Wow, what more do you want from a game like this?
We'll stop right there, we'll take a break. Wow, that does enough. But we've said it and we keep saying it because it's true. It's just been such a fantastic advert for basketball. You've got your offense and you've got your defense. It's just both ends of the floor. Neither team gives an inch.
A 22-point third quarter for both teams, so evenly matched. That may not have counted the last shot. 23-22, Thames Valley taking that last quarter.
Tough shot from Wednesday there. That was really just leaning into it.
Make some noise, so let's go.
But at times it's been really, really good basketball from both teams. There's Edwards once again. What a day she's having. 40. Her offense is slowed in the second half, but Ipswich still find themselves in the lead, but she's still done everything else. And of course, Osorobo, what a game, 15 points to her. Second leading scorer on the team after Wellham.
Yeah, and Wellham, as we mentioned, coming out scoring in this second half, 19 points for Wellham. After that, 3 in the first quarter, early on.
Yeah.
So she's stepped up. She's a big-time player, and this is a big-time game.
I think that's 3, 8, and 8 she's had. So
it's the consistency
that
she gets.
Where she is, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And it'll be interesting to see how long Forster's on the bench for now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So we shall find out. Will it be Thames Valley or will it be Ipswich? It's the team from Anglia who have the lead by 2. I say the final 10 minutes, but you never know. Who wants to watch the men's game? That could be delayed for a while. Let's have a few overtimes. I wouldn't mind that.
4 overtimes.
Richards, shot doesn't go. Partridge with it. Obviously, we're forced on the bench chance for Partridge to get quite a few minutes because she's come in when Liv has sat down.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for her to come in. She's also just come off quite a big injury now, so she's only played 2 games coming into this one.
What's that miss? Hands it off to Richards. Offensive foul. Just a look from Richards afterwards, accepting her fate. Defensive foul has been called. So Ipswich have it. Call could have gone either way. Partridge goes up, shot doesn't go. Wellham has it. Bounce pass. Edwards. Shot off the rim. Phelan with the rebound. Wednesday with the ball, gives it up. Ainge has it. Turns it over straight to Ipswich. Here's Osorobo. Oh, lovely pass inside. There's the finish. Just great pass from her, great vision. And then there's a turnover as they try to inbound the ball. Just sort of gone to sleep there.
Just a lapse of judgment there, Niall. I mean, she's gone for a pass and then realised I've overcommitted my whole body to it. So she's ended up, unfortunately, falling onto the court.
Richards take a seat as Cooper McLean comes back in.
And I like that for Thames Valley. As I mentioned before, she was that spark off the bench in the first half.
Partridge, tough shot, doesn't go. Phelan the rebound. It's out to Goldsby. Cross-court pass. Ainge in the corner. Cooper McLean gives it back to her. Ainge spots up. Comes up short. Wednesday with a rebound. Good work from her. Gives Thames Valley an opportunity. Trelana, long two, barely needed to leave the feet off the floor for that one. And it's a 2-point game. Oh, the cutter. Osorobo off the glass, off the pass from Edwards.
Again, it's that long wingspan of Osorobo. It's that hook shot from the right. She's able to reach round and get the ball in off the glass.
Yeah, it's a great job by Kat Goldsby there. She's able to realise that she's been trapped by Osorobo and Casey. So if she's only going to get rid of the ball, well, I'll throw it off you, and that's a turnover for you.
Shot doesn't go. Nice work. Oh, defensive rebound and then the bucket for Trelan. And it's back to 2 points. Casey from the corner, doesn't go. Partridge was fouled. Good work from her to get the ball. It must be tough, obviously. You said she's been out for a long time to come back in and play again. Yeah, we're about to see, Forster come back in.
I'll just grab on that point, Niall. It's very difficult, especially when you've been sat out for such a long period of time. You're not always going to trust your injury. You're going to try and, you'll go back on it. You'll start thinking, you'll start reminiscing about how you did it. And it's not always going to be how you trust it the best way.
So Forster back in, those 4 fouls. Trelan called for the foul. But 4 fouls Forster, 7:39 to go in the game. Osorobo is going to the line for 2. She's got 17 points so far tonight.
Eight rebounds, 3 assists and 3 blocks for Osorobo to go along with that.
Misses the first. Might be worth then, Caroline, having a little look. Who do you think might be in the run in either team when it comes to the MVP at the end of the game?
So,
obviously take your thoughts as well, Ollie.
I'm looking at it. I feel like it's such a 3-way tie here with Ipswich. Yasmin Edwards, we've spoken about her a lot this game. She's got a double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Harriet Wellham, just a fantastic player, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists and 4 steals. And Cristobal Osorobo, 17 and 8, along with those 3 blocks.
Right, no free throw there, there's a violation. So it's 2 points. Ainge outside to Goldsby. Jab step, then drives. Tough shot, doesn't go. She gets the ball, another opportunity. Got it! Kat Goldsby is going to the line to give Thames Valley Cavaliers a chance of taking this lead. Yeah, basket is good, 1 to come. So she ties it up, you see the replay. Just went through the hands, Osorobo there, couldn't collect. Tried to get in, And then the foul's committed as Goldsby goes up, and she enjoyed that one. And she'll enjoy it even more if she can give Thames Valley back the lead. They've not had it for a little while.
That's 18 for Goldsby, along with 10 rebounds, 4 steals and 5 assists if we're talking MVP for the Thames Valley team.
Is it a bit more clearer on their side, then, is it? Forster pull, fouls on the floor. She'll drive. So Chinua Unze picks up the foul. That's number 4 for her. 4 other Thames Valley players on free fouls. The foul's starting to mount up. Problem is for Ipswich, you've got 3 players on 4. Forster, Osorobo and Gibbons. Back underway. Oh, good hands by Sampson. He's got hold of the ball, but can only pass it to Edwards. Deep shot, Willem, and he goes! Ipswich reclaim the lead. Shot that one from the bench, I think. Oh, did she call glass? Hayley Cooper McLean responds the other end. What a ball game in Manchester. Wellham got a bit of contact, continues, drives all the way. And they can say that's an Ipswich ball. Wow, 2 big plays in a matter of seconds.
And I love that from Cooper McLean, coming off the bench, knocking down some big shots.
Wellham, inside of Gibbons, draws a contact, can't get the shot to go, but going to the line. That's on Goldsby, that's number 4. And it is, so Kat Goldsby on 4 fouls now. Along with Chinua Wunze for Thames Valley with 3 players for Ipswich, so.
And that's especially tough for Goldsby and Owunze because they're 2 players that are very tough defensively. They go after the ball, they go after the play, so that's going to have to make them sag off a little bit and not be maybe as intense as they usually play.
One more to come for Louisa Gibbons. Gets it. Moves it on to 4. Haynes spots up. No joy. Edwards chases it down. Here she goes. Gets it out to Forster. Oh, Forster fakes, goes past. Defender draws the foul, going to the line. I tell you what, the kid is mopping the floor today. He's really busy because
he's putting in a shift.
They are. Look at the replay there. Draws the contact. Ainge goes flying. Forster goes flying. And Liv is going to the line for 2 free throws.
And with TVC now on 5 fouls for the rest of the quarter, that's a long time to play. 6 minutes left.
Backlines are first, 1 more to come. Gets a 7. What a game, 6 minutes to go. Cooper McLean spots up, doesn't get the bounce. Here's Forster, gives it up. Into hands now, Wellham. Well, Harriet Wellham, and she signals to the crowd. And we're going to have a timeout in Manchester. Ipswich have taken a 6-point advantage. Wow.
I think she shot that from Ipswich.
5 minutes and 46 seconds to go.
I'm surprised she wasn't standing behind us at the commentator's table when she shot it.
Something we've never done before.
And that's the 2nd long range effort.
These guys are going to say, hey.
We all knew at some point Harriet Wellham would come to play, and in crunch time, here she is.
That's exactly the type of player she is. That's why she's such a fantastic player. Spent the last 2 seasons in France. if you've seen her play before, you know that this is what she does, and she's putting on a show for the fans out there today.
Yeah, and of course, 3 points right at the end of the first quarter, now on 25.
No, I think I said to you before the game even started today, she's one of those players you don't want to annoy. As soon as you annoy her, right, that's it, different switches going on. And I think we saw her earlier when she took that charge and hit her head slightly. I think she's now gone, right, that's it, I'm out here now.
Yeah. And the Ipswich fans, they're making a lot of noise over there on the far side. You can see them on the screens now. I guess they're not Ipswich fans at the front, are they, Ollie?
They're probably the least animated Ipswich fans I've ever seen. There he is, that's the man you want to focus on. Great hairstyle.
Yeah. I'm sure it's just a wig. Well, no, I hope it's a wig. Wow, what a game we got for you. We really hope you're enjoying this. Wherever in the world you are watching this National Cup final. The holders, Thames Valley, trail Endeavour Ipswich 77 to 82. We're not far off the midpoint of this fourth quarter, but this one is a long, long way from being decided. Let's see how Thames Valley respond after this time out. Last time they went on a 9-0 tear. Oh, Samson just couldn't get it to go.
Samson's been a big boost for the Cavaliers as well. 9 points so far off the bench. And a couple of steals to go along with that. It's a boost for Thames Valley.
Foul called, that's on Trail Ann. Is that her fourth? It is. Wow, 3 players for each team on 4 fouls, and they're all pretty much key rotation players.
So that certainly makes things interesting going down into the stretch, and if we're looking at a potential of overtime, that can cause problems.
It's forced to sink to first. I wonder, given the fact, I think 10 Thames Valley players have scored today. I think, is it everybody who's been on the floor? All but one? So you wonder if it does come down to the benches whether Thames Valley would get the initiative there, but who knows? It's a long way away. It's a 7-point game, approaching 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, 23 bench points for Thames Valley, 7 for Ipswich. And that's something that Thames Valley do very well. They share the scoring around. Each player will do whatever it takes on the court that they need to that game. Some players might score 10 one game, 2 the next, but they're just playing their role.
So here we are, exactly halfway now through this fourth and final quarter. You never know, overtime, but then Wellham is called for travelling. She admits it, said, held her hands up and said, yep. So Thames Valley down by 7, but they've come back from bigger deficits in this game. Ipswich, that just get the ball back. It's just strange pass, but Osorobo has it. Gives it up. Just too strong. Pass it out of bounds. Forster unable to collect. Cooper McLean. Sampson spots up. Doesn't get the bounce. Oh, lovely work, Trey Land. Another opportunity for Thames Valley. Back to Sampson. Cooper McLean wants it. Gives it up. Goldsmith's wide open for 3. Got it. Not leave her open from beyond the arc. And she comes up with a steal. Another opportunity, Thames Valley. Stop and pop. Jump shot doesn't go. Gibbons able to collect the loose ball.
The offensive rebound there gives Thames Valley 31 and compared to 17 for Ipswich. And you see it gets Kat Goldsby the extra chance.
Wellham with the runner moves on to 27. Just keep keeping that little bit of cushion for Ipswich. Samson thought about it, gets it inside, stolen. Wellham has it. Goldsby's on 4 fouls, but Wellham spots up, and why not? Another 3 for Harriet Wellham. She moves on to 30 points for the ball game. What a performance! Offensive foul is called, goes against Thames Valley. Forster putting herself on the line with 4 fouls. Draws the offensive. Have faith, Ollie. You weren't too sure about that call, were you?
I wasn't sure, no. I saw 2 referees call 2 different things, so I wanted to make sure we had a right call first.
Listen to Niall, don't worry. But that's it, 4 fouls, and she's willing to put her body on the line to get the charge.
Yeah, it's a great job. That's why she's such a good player like she is. She's able to go down to these situations, up 9, 3 minutes left to go. She's able to realise, look, this is where we're going to do.
And of course, with Central College, she's only got a limited window to win trophies. So that's obviously must be firing her on.
Exactly, final year, final time that she's going to compete in this competition for this team, essentially. So she's going to make sure that she's putting it all out on the line.
Well, and unable to get shot to go that time as Goldsby goes the other way. Osorobo, definitely a double-double for Osorobo now.
Yep, that was a rebound number 10 to go along with her 17 points.
Lovely drive, no joy. Oh, great work from Gibbons. Couldn't get it first time. With the ball, it's a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with Ipswich. 2:49 to go, 9 points up. This is a huge opportunity for Ipswich to make it life very difficult for Thames Valley.
No, that's a great job by Louisa Gibbons there to stick with the play. She didn't give up. She kept going and was able to draw that possession.
Trey Land with a denial as Edwards went towards the basket. Remains with Thames Valley. The clock is becoming their friend now. It's still only a 3-possession game, so long way to go, but if they can make it a double-digit game, it'll make it harder for Thames Valley. And that shot comes up way short for Forster, and it's aimed the other way. Goldsby, round to Ames, she's wide open, puts it up, got it. That is a big bucket for Thames Valley. Keeps them in touching distance. It's back to 6. Edwards to Gibbons, just too strong. She can't control the ball to turnover. And now can Thames Valley just get that momentum swinging back towards them? They have the ball after turnover. Pressure from Ipswich, but it's in the front court. Wouldn't end the ball. Cooper McLean. Treyland has it. Cooper McLean gets it, spots up, hits the backboards. Gibbons rebounds. Ipswich survive. But it's a rebuild seed as Wellham goes all the way to the hoop, off the glass and in. Just left defenders in our way, and we're going to have a timeout. Thames Valley look to respond. 1:45 to go in Manchester. It's 91 to Ipswich, 83 Thames Valley. Wow.
Harriet Wellham with 3 first quarter points, 32 in the game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists and 4 steals.
So 21 since half-time. When your star players come to play, they come to play when the game's on the line, and that is just amazing. But 32 points for her. Obviously Forster and Osorobo, 17 points apiece, 14 for Edwards. They're key players. You knew it'd only be a small rotation for them. They've come to play and they have delivered. And at the moment, they are looking like they're going to take the trophy away from Thames Valley. The cup, could it be heading to Ipswich? Well, we're going to find out in 105 seconds time.
Now we saw 2 years ago when the Division 2 Stockport Lapwings were taking on the Solent Kestrels. 2 minutes left, they were down 10, they came back, forced overtime, and what a thriller of a game that was. So I wouldn't put it past Thames Valley to pull themselves back into this.
Right, well we've seen, obviously whatever Rob Banks has said during previous timeouts, they've come back with a run each time. They had that 9-0 run in the third quarter when they got down big. Let's see what they can do this time.
And it's been Kat Goldsby here that's been helping them on the runs in the fourth. She's been huge, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists and 5 steals. And we've seen her the last few possessions hitting that big three. And she's willing the team over the line.
Ainge gets it in. Zay has it. Loses control of the ball, goes to Ipswich. Here they come the other way. Is Wellham going to go all the way? She has forced to bring it back out. Good hand there from Thames Valley on defence. But the clock is their friend, but Wellham goes for it. Comes up short. And sort of a little look after that as if to say, yeah, maybe. You know. She can't have all the great shots, but she's made at least 2 fantastic three-pointers this afternoon. Cooper McLean into that. Ainge straight away into 3, back iron. Gibbons has it. Good rebound from her. Battling for the ball. And we're going to have a jump ball possession arrow, says Thames Valley.
No, interesting coaching point just to bring up here. Sorry to interrupt you. Thames Valley have used up all their timeouts at this point. Ipswich still got 2 left. Only going, what is it, up 7-8 is going to be a very difficult situation for Rob Banks going down the stretch.
Ainge shot doesn't go. Robo, what a leap for the rebound. Jump ball, and you know which way that's going to go because it went the other way just a second ago. So Ipswich ball, but Robo did really well there.
Yeah, great job to elevate. Great job to keep control of that ball.
Just want to give a shout out to Gibbons. She's not stuffed the stat sheet, but she's been there and worked really hard today.
Done a great job. She's put her body on the line, and she's a great player for doing things that you don't see on the stat sheet. She's a great teammate to all her players as well.
Sets the screen now. Wellham goes round it. Sets the screen again. Turns the ball over. Ainge has it. Just go for the easy 2 is the plan, which she does. And that brings it back to 6. They need a stop or a steal. Gets inside. Edwards goes up. Draws the foul from Cooper McLean. Thames Valley in the penalty. So a chance to increase the lead with the clock. There's a couple of Ipswich fans wanting unsportsmanlike, but it's just a regular foul, 2 to come. A couple of big free throws now for Edwards. And I'm sure there's Thames Valley fans watching saying, Caroline, talk about the stats quick. First one is good.
Talk about our free throws quickly.
1 out of 2. But, oh, what hustle from Forster. Ipswich trying to slow it down. They can draw the foul. Goldsby. See, that's it. Goldsby couldn't foul. A couple of seconds came off because obviously she's out of the game. So had to wait for Ainge to come in. Then she picks up foul. That's her 4th foul. So Robin Ainge picks up number 4. So both her and Goldsby on 4 fouls. So if they have to foul again, one of them's out of the game. Wellham makes the first. I think the window for MVP is quite narrowed now.
I think it has, yes, I agree.
Yes. The 2 free throws are good. 30 seconds to go. Ipswich needs something and quick. Goldsby spots up. It's good! Now they need to foul, get the ball back quickly. It's into Robo. Just defending and not going for the foul. It's in the front court. And then the ball's turned over. They get the ball back, which is the thing, but so many seconds have come off the clock. Just going to see, it's going to be Thames Valley ball.
Yeah, and I mean, it's worked for them. They've got the ball back.
But the amount of time it's come off, they trail by 6. Cooper McLean's going to have to shoot it. Loses the ball, Edwards has it. And then foul called. Goldsby wanted travelling. But the foul is called. Is that unsportsmanlike? And Goldsby's final is done.
I mean, Kat's played a huge game for Thames Valley. 24 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. She's done a bit of everything on the floor.
Just as we wait for the free throws, just give us her numbers for today, Caroline? We've got stats up.
24 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals and a block. She's been huge for Thames Valley, hitting 5 threes. That's the most she's done all season, and she's just been phenomenal for them.
So, unsportsmanlike was the call. Went for Edwards to shoot a couple of free throws, and then, of course, sideline possession. So, it's looking like Thames Valley's run as National Cup champions is about to end.
I mean, there wasn't really anything else she could have done in that situation. They need to try and stop.
So first is good. Of course, Edwards kept the team going offensively in that first half. And then Harriet Wellham came to play in the second. So sideline ball. Difference is 8 with 10 seconds to go. Into Wellham. They're knocking. Doesn't look like they're going to foul. Jump ball, the call. Yeah. So possession arrow to Thames Valley, but there's only 3.3 seconds left to go. So the Ipswich fans, you can see in the screens, they're on their feet. Lindsay puts the shot up, it's good at the buzzer. But all it'll do will make the difference at the end a little bit closer. Endeavour Ipswich Basketball are your National Cup champions. They win this one 96-90. Ollie, what a game.
What a game, Niall, and we said it throughout the broadcast, that's exactly what we want from a final. We want it to be nail-biting, we want it to come down to the wire, and just like that has Ipswich taking a 6-point victory, arguably all in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that turnaround in the fourth quarter, 27 points for Ipswich, 21 for Thames Valley. Ipswich was able to pull it out coming down the stretch.
Yeah. It's been a few years since they've won a trophy, so this is a great, and we talked about likes of Forster, obviously going to university next year. A very small window to win trophies, and she's bagged the first one. She's
done that straight away. I mean, she's a very established player for this sort of level, you know, as we see the Ipswich players going and greeting their fans over on the sideline there. But like we said, 2 big players leaving at the end of this year. Chris Mellosorobo going to Gonzaga University, and Liv Forster going to USC upstate in South Carolina.
And that's the only downside while we wait, obviously, presentation. The only downside is it's a great program for bringing these youngsters, giving them a chance to play, but the turnover, because obviously, but who knows who they'll find for next year? It's one of those.
We never know. Nick Drain has been in this business for over 20 years, so he knows what he's doing. He knows how to recruit players to his small club.
And they have players that have come through the programme, and for me as well, I'm so high on her, but Yasmin Edwards, she's been a breakout the last 12 months for her, but she's been with the programme, and they'll have players like that who are coming through, and they step up in the place of when a Harriet Wellham's left, when a Liv Forster will leave. They have so many players that are capable of doing that, and it speaks volumes to the quality of the programme.
Yeah, look, we've just got to look at even some of the fans are in the arena tonight. We can see, I could argue that some of those players are going to be on a team like this very soon.
It's just been a great advert for the WNBL this afternoon. 2 teams giving in their all. And the great defense, I mean, high-scoring game, but at times the defense has been outstanding. As we look back at some of the replays while we're waiting for the presentations to get underway. But we can see the scoring. I mean, Thames Valley had that advantage. Ipswich came back, they had a couple of really big leads. Thames Valley fought their way back in again. But then Ipswich, towards the end, they just kept finding a way to keep Thames Valley at bay, didn't they?
Yeah, they did a great job of just making sure that they keep their rotations nice and small. Nick Drain going with the players that he trusts the most, and just making sure that, look, let's get this job done and let's go home.
So while we see replays, the post-game presentation started, it's just the referees and table officials, so we can stay here for a moment.
I mean, both teams surpassing their point scoring average this season by a lot. Thames Valley averaging 73-90 there for them. That's that 3-point shot dropping.
We're just looking at replay of Edwards. I mean, just no fear, driving to the hoop.
None whatsoever.
Wonderful.
Absolutely no fear. I mean, if you're a prospective coach looking for Yasmin Edwards, please get in touch with Nick Drain, because this is one talent that you should not be missing out on.
I mean, I want to give a shout out to Osorobo as well, because sometimes a young player fouls early, back on the bench quickly, their heads can drop. But when she came back in that second quarter, wow. You know, she really got into the game, started doing everything, both scoring and obviously on the boards, got her double-double, and tremendous performance.
She absolutely flipped the switch, Niall. I mean, it's argued that she might have lost her head a little bit early on, but she got subbed out, Nick Drain talked to her, and look, she established herself.
I don't know if she lost her head, she's got fouls, but I mean, obviously, if her college coach is watching this game today, she can see a great role model and be excited to have her on the roster next year.
How can you not be excited of a player like that caliber? Absolutely amazing.
So the runners-up coming to collect their medals. So Thames Valley's reign as National Cup champions comes to an end. They put up a great fight. They got all the way back to the final. They were winning in it. You know, they had a great chance. They're a very, very good team. Of course, they beat Ipswich in the league last week. And you just get a feeling that the story between these two teams has still got a bit to go. Who knows? Could be come end of the season, they could be battling out. Of course, there's a lot of teams watch this game saying, we want to be there. But who knows? You just don't know.
Exactly, and you see what happens when these two teams meet. It's an exciting game. You know, a bit of a rivalry always makes things a bit fun. But a lot of the season's still to play. We've got playoffs, we've got finals in later in the year, and I'm sure we'll see these two teams back on a big stage again.
There we see long-time coach Matt Newby giving out some of the medals. And Matt, for a long time since he's in the BBL with Leeds Force, of course, coaching the WNBL. So he had a winner's medal last year. Rob Banks has to take away a loser's one this year, but this team will be back there too good. But today it's the turn of Ipswich to collect a piece of silverware. How happy will Nick Drain be today?
He's going to be very happy. I mean, it's been a very difficult performance for him. I know that it's been a tough couple months, you know, with the likes of the venue not being up to standard. You've also got the likes of you losing when you don't want to. And also last week, difficult loss on the buzzer. I know for a fact that he didn't take that very well. So, you know, you want to come back in, and it's a good little bit of revenge for him, I think.
I do like the nice touch of the players going over to Thames Valley, little high fives. You don't see a lot of that in the men's game. Teams tend to go off court and that's it, but very, very professional, very sporting. But
a lot of respect between these two teams and the players. You know, they know each other well, and you love to see that.
Have they played both times in the league, or is it just the one?
They have.
Both times,
they
yeah.
have, right.
Yep.
So
both winning on the road.
It's going to be playoffs.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I think it was opening weekend in Thames Valley.
And 34 points.
It was an easy call to make, but Harriet Wellham is your National Cup MVP.
34 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists and 4 steals. Shooting 4 threes. And 2 crazy threes.
They should have been 4-pointers, shouldn't they? There you go, that's how far back they were. No, yeah.
And she brings along with her Danielle Casey.
What a great moment this is, bringing out Casey to collect a trophy.
That's a great moment, no, I mean, it's actually getting me a bit emotional. I remember coaching Danny in her final year before she decided to leave. But it's an absolutely amazing thing to see.
Congratulations to Ipswich, absolutely fantastic performance. Thames Valley gave them everything. They took every single bunch and they replied and they got themselves the trophy, and they are going to enjoy this. And I think it's going to be a minute or so before Darren Hannah can get a chance to speak to the MVP, because you know they want to celebrate this.
They do, and you see the travelling fans, the travelling support as well, the team going over there, thanking everyone for the support. It's a real family atmosphere.
So what we're going to do is we are going to hand it over momentarily to Darren and Hannah, if they hear their thoughts in this game. So from Ollie Mile, from Caroline Bullock, I'm not great, we're going to hand over to the man, Darren Paul.
Thank you very much, Niall. Great job on the commentary team. Thank you so much. You three, what a game we've been treated to. We are, like Niall says, just waiting for the MVP to make her way over. Of course, Harriet Welland, what a performance. Just talk a little bit about her game individually before we break down the game a little bit.
I mean, she was just fantastic. You know, 34 points. You know, she hit, what was it, 3 threes in a row, I think, from downtown, 35 feet away. And I mean, she was just fantastic. You know, she really got the CAP crowd going as well. And I think that also gave Ipswich a bit of a boost as well. It was like, you know, having them back her and then back the whole squad, it was fantastic to see. You know, she really read the game. She really was able to kind of like, you know, pull her team together as a group and manage to get them that win.
I tell you what, there was a shot as over she comes, Harriet Welland, with the trophy, with the MVP trophy as well. So there was one shot that Harriet took from, like you say, Hannah, way downtown. The celebration, the arms out wide, head to the stand, it was tremendous. Hello, congratulations, Harriet Welland. Yeah, so firstly, just talk to us about what this victory means to Ipswich Basketball.
It means everything. Like, we worked all season for this, for moments like this, and this season I think we've got such a special group of girls. This isn't the only trophy we want to win, but it's the most fun. It's a knockout, it's the most fun trophy that you can win, and it's just epic.
So congratulations, it was just incredible. It was absolutely brilliant. You know, you've come from France,
yep,
and you've got the likes of Liv Forster now, who's about to go to an adventure in America.
Yep.
What advice would you give to female athletes that are hoping to progress their basketball career?
Just enjoy it. Like, I think everyone aspires to go to the States, but making money from playing basketball is pretty cool. Like, if you've got the opportunity to do it, just do it.
The dream, really, isn't it?
It's honestly the dream. And I'm now 27, and I'm just trying to play as long as I can and enjoy it. That's my brother. But yeah, just enjoy every moment. Like, there's only one place like Ipswich, so just enjoy it while you're here and then go on your adventures and enjoy it somewhere else. Do it for as long as you can.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just ready and I'm still going.
Guys, obviously TVC, they gave you a battle right throughout the game. That's one of the best finals I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How did you guys overcome that? How did you come out with a victory, especially after last week's outcome?
It's the prep. It's definitely the prep. I think there's no coincidence that Ipswich get to these finals with a certain coach. And I think it's about time someone put some respect on his name, because honestly, he is the most incredible coach. Everyone talks about what he does off the court, and that's unique, but the way he adapts during games, the way he can spot things that no one else does, he is the most incredible coach. I want Basketball England to start putting some respect on his name, because he is honestly one of a kind.
Okay, Hannah Olty, one final quick question.
Looking now ahead as the under-18s coach, what development do you think is needed within Ipswich now to build on this success that you guys have created, you know, especially with the 18s playing up here as well? What do you think you need to progress forward?
I think the academy setup is pretty special. I think that's the main thing that we need to focus on is this academy generation. From 16 to 19, they've got the most amazing setup. So we need to really like kick in and get the best players playing in that league, and then playing Division 1 on top of that. All right, it's amazing, and all these guys are under 18s and they're playing with Division 1, and there's only certain places that can do that. So
100%.
push them for as much as they can.
All right, thank you so much for taking the time and a fantastic performance today. Congratulations on the win and the MVP.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys.
So Harriet Welland, absolutely monster performance, and again those 3 points, those 3 3-pointers made in the fourth period. I mean, I wrote on my sheet a little bit early, game winner, question mark. I don't think I needed the question mark too much though.
No, definitely not. I mean, it was it was that kind of push forward that Ipswich needed in that last quarter, and it was just really got them going and kept them, you know, to the end really.
Now, I always like to look at both sides, obviously. Who stood out for you from TVC today, and what did they do well?
I mean, it has to be Chinwe Ozuwonze. I mean, she was just fantastic. She was chaotic. She was all over the place. You know, she was after every single rebound. She was out rebounding her own team. You know, the height that they have. She was out rebounding Louisa Gibbons and things like that and people like that on Ipswich. She was just fantastic for me, and I think she really was a credit to TVC today. And
a very final question. Nick Drain, let's put some respect on his name. Was there anything he did in particular that really changed the game today?
I think he was fun. He's very, very good at, you know, honing in on his team's individual skills, and what he did today with that press and things like that, I think that was fantastic. He was really well to adapt with that. Well,
that's going to do it for us here for right now. Hannah Alty, thank you so much for your analysis, expertise and input today. We'll be back in about 20 or so minutes time for the final game of the day. It is the Men's National Cup final. As it is, we leave the Women's final. It is Endeavour Ipswich Basketball who took the victory.